I think we made up, but what a show business move to say I'm dead to you. That's like a producer, like, Artie's dead to me. That's like what Jerry Bruckheimer says to you.
I got to be honest with
one of his charity hockey games.
I got to be honest with you. I'm not so sure we made up. I mean, Howard said we made up, but we didn't really. We never really made up.
I came in here today to really
tell 1/10 of the audience that heard you this morning you're sorry.
Well, what do you mean?
We don't have the listenership that No.
I said this today. I think I made this point today when I said that I came in there today mad and I wanted to say mean things because I was mad, and I said some things I didn't mean.
But see, you have to seriously. How do I know you didn't meet him?
That's me, man.
That's the tough part. Like you said,
me. It's like, you know what I'm like? I'm like David Niven in the Pink Panther. It's all a lie.
But it's so hard to tell.
You have to pick and choose. I've lost my credibility with you and Will.
And others. And I give Will some credit, at least, for having the balls to come in, because he's not the only guy that...
I like
No,
Will.
but Will's not the only guy that grabs my ear and says shit. He's just the only guy that had the balls to come in and
Who the fuck says shit?
A lot of people.
You both break each other's balls, but it seems like there's an underlying level of animosity between the two of you, and neither of you guys know where it's coming from.
No, John.
That's true.
And
it's true that there is, and it's true I don't know where it's coming from.
I was very hurt by what you said on the wrap-up show. And let me tell you something. If we replay that clip, I think I'd be justified. And if a coworker and a person who's supposed to be a friend says something like that about you, a blanket statement, he lies about everything.
But I didn't say. I said, how do we know if we could trust him? And the funny thing is, myself.
Let's calm down with that. Have I ever done anything to you like where I really, really betrayed a trust to you? Like really a bad fucking thing where like I fucked you over, man. Like, you know what? Artie fucked me over.
No, on a personal level,
okay, well, that's what it sounds like, though.
No, but how could you be so insulted that people might think you're lying about stuff?
That's
the part that's so ridiculous.
Lying about certain things is fine, but you're not getting my point. Not to take my word on anything is what pisses me off. That's a blanket statement about me as a person, not as a drug addict or a guy with a drug problem, saying you can't take my word about anything and that I lie about everything.
No, I don't. I don't say you lie about everything.
Well, you just did.
And you know what? I didn't mean that. What I do mean is that everything is now in question in my head. That doesn't mean you lie about everything. It means everything's in question.
Then that's your problem, man.
It's a problem that's not that hard to have.
It shouldn't be in question. It shouldn't.
And I'm not the only one. I give Will
you
credit.
Keep saying that. You're not
because
the only one.
Because Will's the only.
Let's talk about you. I'm talking about you.
I'm not sure when you're telling the truth. That's me talking. That's it. I keep saying it any other fucking way. I'm not positive when you're telling the truth anymore.
Tell me one time outside of like drug stuff you think I've lied to you.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it.
Because I've never done it, Gary.
I guess not.
Of course I haven't. You want to get on here and be interesting by just calling me a fucking liar. So I'm not taking it anymore.
Okay, you said how you feel, and I said it's tough to know.
All right, okay, good. It's tough to know then. I'm sorry you can't figure that out.
Listen, I'm entitled to an opinion, Artie.
Okay, then it's a dumb opinion. I'm entitled to
That's your opinion.
I'm entitled to think it's a dumb opinion.
And you're totally entitled to think it's a dumb opinion.
It's all entertainment, Gary.
But how do I know when you're entertaining me or not?
If you don't know that, then you are a monkey. What are you talking about? If I say something
So I
funny,
should know that you might have lied about not going to the shrink?
No, Gary, you're picking and choosing what you think is a lie and what you don't think is a lie. If you're going to admit that sometimes while I'm on the air in that forum, I'm trying to be funny, you can't take anything I say as gospel. And to be offended by it is stupid. If I come to you off the air and say something to you that's a direct lie that really betrays you, then that's a different story. And that's never happened. If you're fucking Ellen DeGeneres or Jay Leno, and there's a guy that writes jokes that get laughs every fucking time, but he's always an hour late. Sometimes he falls asleep. Blah, blah, blah. But there's another guy who's on time every day, who looks neat and never has a problem or a drink in his life, and everything sucks. Who are you keeping at hiring time?
I don't know, because I've never been in that situation until now.
If you don't know the answer to that, Gary, then you're a dumbass, stupid motherfucker.
Thank you.
You keep the guy who writes sucky jokes?
Don't name call, because this is...
No, let him name call. This is how he feels.
There's a disconnect between, because you have been in that position. You have the man standing next to you is late a lot, and he works for you, and you haven't fired him. Why?
We threatened to fire him,
but you haven't fired him.
It was very close.
Do you feel any better after that conversation, Gary?
I feel physically exhausted, and I felt that way after this morning. It's physically exhausting, even though it's only words. I don't know. I mean, Artie and I came to sort of, I guess, an uneasy truce. But if Artie wasn't here, I would have come in and I would have said, is Artie dead to me? Well, of course not. I'm going to deal with Artie all the time. But I don't know that we fully made up. Howard said we made up this morning. What I hope will happen is we'll just, try to start over again.
Artie claimed on the wrap-up show, I just heard this clip, they played you and Gary, I guess, fought for like an hour.
Oh, my God. I heard there was more fighting. Yeah.
Two battling bruisers. And,
there wasn't even a commercial.
You're kidding.
I don't think so. Not for like 50 minutes.
They went at it pretty good. It was very compelling. About whether Artie's like Artie is a liar, but Artie's point was, well, who doesn't lie? Especially if you're on the radio, you've got, and I thought about it. Artie is right because
Artie's right about what?
Okay, Gary was upset. Here's the argument in a nutshell. Gary's upset because Artie lies about his drug use and therefore lies when he says, I can't come in today, I got a stomachache, but it turns out he's battling heroin or something like that. So he's saying, how do I know you're not lying all the time? And Artie's saying, look, I don't lie all the time. If I didn't have a job on the radio, I wouldn't have to lie to you at all. The fact of the matter is that when you're on the radio, and I know I've been in this position, you got kids, you got, Artie's got a mother and a sister, and you're trying to convince them you're going to shrink and all this, and they think that you are going to a shrink, and that seems to give them some comfort. So then he gets on the radio and he goes, well, I can't tell everyone I'm not going to the shrink because then my mom's going to find out about it and it's going to wreck fucking my life.
It's sort of like the Bill Clinton lie about not having sex with Monica Lewinsky. You can't tell everybody because Hillary will hear.
Right. So, but Gary said, look, Artie, it's my prerogative to feel shitty that you lie to me. He goes, but Artie goes, but you lie to everyone too. Everyone lies on the air. It's like there are times you just have to. And so, they went round and round. But anyway, in the midst of this whole, hostility thing that these guys were going
This was a hostile argument.
And Artie's a dirty fighter. Sometimes he called, a couple of times you have no brains and you're a monkey.
Artie's very street.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing about Artie.
Artie gets really down in the dirt.
If you get into a fight with Artie, he's going to pull out all the stops. And
he's
going
to bite you.
I thought about this.
Gary was more of a gentleman about
right.
it.
Artie's the kind of, I see why his relationships fail.
Yeah.
Do you, Robin? You point that out to me?
Well, everyone can see that.
Yeah, because Artie immediately tears everybody apart, and then he wants to fix it by saying, I'm sorry, but people can't forget what's said.
I say things that you can't take back.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You do say some bad things.
I've said some things to Dana that I can't take back.
But anyway, Artie was saying that he knew right away that I had a nose job. Very obvious.
Wow.
And that everyone, in other words, how I goof on Gary about his caps because we all knew.
That wasn't me trying to say it's not as serious as what I'm lying about. But for years, people would ask and you would say no on the radio because you had your reasons for lying about
it. Of course.
He was waiting to get us to reveal ridiculous things so he could say, I have a nose job.
I agree that everyone on the, you see, look.
And 99.9% of the stuff I've lied about is drug-related, and it's all been on the air. It's like, how can you say any different?
I tried to explain it to Gary afterwards. I said, Gary, the fact is that when you're on the air, and I've made the best attempt I can at being one of the most honest broadcasters in the country, but there have been times, in order to protect some people in my family and things, I haven't, I've been less than honest. Because you're on the air, it's a touchy situation, and you do have kids, and you do have situations where
other people have not agreed to be so revealing.
Yeah,
definitely.
So when someone asks you a question and involves someone else, you're like, how do I be honest here? And so you can't be 100% honest on the air unless you're insane.
And in terms of disrespecting the show, I love the show so much, which is why eventually I come clean because I think that would be fascinating to people. I didn't have to sit here and say I bought piss. I didn't have to say I did shit my pants doing coke in a pig costume.
So where do you and Gary stand?
I do that because I think it'd be compelling to the show.
Where do you and Gary stand?
Well, I called Gary Friday.
Oh, did you?
Because I did. I felt bad, and
it got heated.
It did, and we had a good conversation. And look, I apologized to him, and I even said there's no need for you to apologize to me.
Do
we
you
had a
think
nice
that's
talk.
the end of it?
I hope it is, Robin. I don't know. I'm in a bad way lately. I had an issue happen personally that was kind of shitty, and
when, this weekend?
Last week, and I don't know. Lately, getting out of bed, the depression has been fucking. I've had what I call 2 great depressions in my life. Where
are you in one of them now?
It feels like I'm going into one where I might have to get some medication again because
geez.
I just can't get out of bed. It's like a wet fucking blanket. It's just bad depression. All the symptoms I used to have.
Really?
So yeah,
you don't seem so depressed right now.
Well, he's working now.
I could. I've worked through the other ones too, but I don't know. I just really felt.
You ever been diagnosed like as a bipolar or whatever they call it?
Bipolar is a word that's been used, but
so why don't you go on meds and then if
I could tell that
for a while and he got better.
Yeah, they're leaving you out.
I took Paxil for a while, and I'll tell you, I got straight on that, and then I stopped taking it, and I was fine for years. I mean, it's like, it's that great Onion joke, depression hits losers the worst.
That was a big headline back several years ago.
I mean, that's just the best joke ever. And it's true, look, my career's going great, but there's other things in my life that isn't, and I'm depressed about it. I mean, it's like, if I was, Jim Dandy with everything, I think I'd be depressed.
Yeah, maybe you just suffer from depression.
Shit happens, and you get depressed about it, you know.
Well, hey, sorry to hear you're going through that.
But I'm all right. I'm here.
Yeah, you look good to me.
I think me and Gary, agreed to a truce. I think I call Will too. I call John I because John I got it with some residual shit.
Really? He hit everybody.
He only got splashed though.
No, I just said I fucked on the wrap-up show, and I don't think John likes that.
Yeah, you said you don't like the wrap-up show. You said it's a bad broadcast.
Yeah, I love it. I'm always listening to it.
Would it be fair to say your professional life is annoying and your personal life is a 2?
It's all annoying.
Annoying. Everything's annoying.
It's right. Annoying.
I forgot about that. Yeah, my personal life is a 1, I think.
Let's see. Yeah, well, there's a ton of email about this.
I'm sure.
Some attacking Artie, some attacking Gary, some attacking me for not sticking up for Gary, calling me a pussy because you let Artie walk all over Gary.
Oh.
Listen, these two guys had an argument. I told you where I stood on it. Gary has a problem with Artie. I don't. And even Artie said on the wrap-up show, if Howard has a problem, he'll come to me. But I don't. Artie said, Howard thinks it's funny when I fall asleep.
Gary and Artie, how did the falling asleep come into it?
Everything got dragged.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Gary said to me...
This guy says, Howard, you pussy, you let Artie walk all over Gary while you sat there like a pussy. Tell it like it is. Don't you agree Artie is a liar? I agree that we all lie.
But when two staff members argue, Howard always lets it go. I mean, it's funny.
If I interrupted that, I would have gotten such shitty email like, why can't you let anybody argue?
Right.
Yeah,
why do you have to make it about you?
You're always going to get shit.
Doing it right.
What did you say that, I mean, listen, Artie and I definitely have issues with each other, but Artie's the one who brought it up the other day. In other words, I wasn't looking to pick a fight with Artie.
Right.
He was mad at something I said.
Well, no, you were on the wrap-up show and you had said that Artie is a liar and that it really bothers you and you don't trust Artie about anything anymore. So Artie confronted you about it. He said he was sick of it and he didn't like what you were saying about him on the wrap-up show. And that's what started it, and I listened. But when I listen, people get mad at me, and sometimes when I jump in, people get mad at me. I can't win.
Right. No, you did the right thing the other day. I didn't expect you. That's the way the show runs.
I mean, I know you get upset when Artie misses some work. I don't.
Right,
because, and quite frankly, I feel that it's within the parameters that I can accept. Now, I assure you that when things are unacceptable to me, Artie will know it.
Right.
But
that's what I'm saying.
That was a point I didn't get to make to Artie the other day. Is that we're both right in the sense that you don't care and it bothers me, and that can be just because it bothers me doesn't mean I can do anything about it. It's just the way I feel.
Right. You feel that he should be a little more professional.
Right, but you accept it, and I get that. We both came to the agreement.
He is being professional in that when he can't work, he doesn't come.
Right.
Well, and again, I'm not staying at home to put on a little hat and have my friends over to have a party.
He really can't work those days.
Those days I can't work are horrifying to me. I sit there scared, like everyone's going to call, well, Jerry, I'm like, oh my God, and I'm sitting there shivering.
So, Gary, is everything okay with you and Artie now?
Yeah, I think so. He called me probably like an hour after the wrap-up show, and he apologized, and I apologized, and listen, there's some pretty crappy things said on both sides that I think it'll be hard for both of us to forget, but I think we sort of got it together.
Now, has your opinion changed of Artie? Like you said, you can't really trust him anymore.
No, I don't. Listen, I still think that I have to question some of the things he said, but he was right. I mean, he hit me with my exact words. I said everything Artie says is a lie, which is not what I meant, but what I did mean to say is that almost a lot of what he says I have to question, and that I stand behind.
Dude, so is You're right, man?
What now? What?
No, I just want to make sure. Is everything cool with you and Gary?
Oh, yeah. Me and Gary are tight, man.
You guys are tight?
Tight, yeah.
Can you believe everything you say now?
No, I wouldn't believe anything I say.
So maybe you guys aren't tight.
No, I think, unfortunately, Gary and I, our friendship boat has sailed away. It's left the dock.
So that was just a bullshit call?
Now the only person I have left to alienate on the crew is Brian Phelan and Scott DePace, actually. They're my only two friends right now.
You could never.
And they say I could never. I'll think of a way. I said this earlier on when I had this job. I will leave here. I will get everyone to hate me. This is what I do. I'm very good at this. And then they don't call me again, which is my goal. Although I've made Ted hate me years ago, and he still calls me. I don't know. So I don't know. I got to do something really bad to everyone here to get them to stop fucking calling me. Including you, whoever you are behind the camera. Who's that, Danny? Chris?
Chris.
It's Chris. That's nice. Don't go back.
The plane crash that landed in the Hudson River, and also about my music and what's coming up soon.
Now, did you ever think that because of this plane crash you'd be on the Howard Stern show?
No, not at all.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm really excited. It's going to be a great, it's a great opportunity, and we've heard about Howard Stern, so this is very cool for me.
You nervous at all?
No, not at all.
Excellent.
Thank
you.
you.
Have fun in there.
I will.
A woman named Emma Sophina is here. Emma was a woman who just happened to be on board Flight 1549. That's Sully's. Wow, you are cute, baby. I saw you in the newspaper, and you're quite the looker, huh?
Thank you.
You probably don't have any problem getting men, I'll tell you that. Am I correct?
I don't really have much time anymore for them.
Really? What are you, British?
No, Australian.
Australian?
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that Crocodile Dundee. You know, I've seen that movie.
It was one of your favorite films, right?
The first one and the second one,
you
not
like
the third.
Second one too.
I love the second one.
Yeah.
With that black guy, and he has two different personalities: one for the street, and one when he's just being a regular guy. Do you remember
I don't
that?
know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Crocodile Dundee too. Emma, you just went through something pretty heavy.
I
did.
You
where were you going that day? You were what was going on in your life?
Well, would you believe I'm on vacation?
Are you kidding?
I am. I'm on vacation, and some
vacation from what? What do you do?
Well, I sing back home in Perth. That's what I do for a living. And
right, you're a professional singer.
Yes.
You make your living singing.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you come here to get away from the crowds and the craziness.
Are you very famous in Australia?
No. In Perth, I do like corporate functions for like the mayor and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can really sing. In other words, you know what you're doing.
I sing live.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a live singer.
So there you are. You were here for vacation. Were you on your way back to Australia?
No. New York was my first stop.
I see.
And then I was making my way over to LA to fly out of LA. So I was actually heading to Charlotte, making my way across the country, heading to Charlotte to visit some Australian friends.
And when you come to New York, who do you stay with?
I was here by myself.
By yourself?
Yeah.
And no boyfriend?
No.
And what do you do
kidding.
with yourself when you're here alone?
When I was here, I just did
we don't mean
tourist
sexually.
things.
We mean, what do you do? No. What you do in the privacy of your bedroom is your business, not ours.
Exactly.
Right.
It is my business.
Absolutely it is. I agree with you. No, what do you do? You come here, you go around, you see the sights?
You hit the clubs and...
Yeah, no. I was actually just taking a break. I had a pretty full-on end of year last year, so this was like I just needed downtime, and I was actually doing songwriting. I wrote a song 2 days before the crash happened, so I was here to do songwriting.
All right, so you're here, you're kind of working, you're doing your thing and all this, and no man in your life. The way you look.
You can't get over that.
When's the last time you had a boyfriend?
Oh, I tried to have a boyfriend just before I left, but because I was so busy, I didn't have time for him. And because I was coming over here, it wasn't working out, so we just didn't go there.
When you get to New York, are guys hitting on you constantly?
No.
Really?
No.
Don't you think you're attractive? Every guy here said you're really super attractive.
Oh, well, thank you, everybody.
She probably doesn't even know when guys are hitting on her.
No,
It happens so often.
Yeah, I kind of check out.
When you go to these clubs, do you go to some clubs here in New York? Did you hang out and have a little fun?
Yeah, I have. I've
Did you
had
go to any
a little
bars?
bit of fun. A little bit, not by myself when I was here. I mean, when you're by yourself, you don't really do those
You didn't
things.
go out anywhere?
No, I checked out music. I'm a music girl.
So you went to a music
more...
club? Where did you go to check out music?
I went to Village Vanguard.
When you go to the Village Vanguard and you're sitting there and you're looking hot like this, no guy
Nobody
comes up to you?
anything.
No, I
What,
was
is
sitting with
everybody
a bunch
gay?
No.
What is going on here?
I was sitting with a bunch of Japanese men. It was hilarious. Great conversation.
Those Japanese know what to move in on. They wanted you? Did they try to come on to you at all?
No, not at all. We were all there for the music. We were.
Are you into women at all, or are you strictly into guys?
No, strictly men.
Never tried it with a girl? Never kissed a girl and liked
absolutely not into that.
Not into it at all?
No.
Never fantasized about a woman?
Absolutely not. Not my cup of tea.
All right, I'm just trying to get to know the woman on the plane. That's what I'm saying.
It's good to know.
All right, so you decide to go to L.A.
Yeah.
And here you are, lonely, depressed. You haven't had sex in a long time. You've only been by yourself.
Uh-huh.
When's the last time you had a serious boyfriend?
Probably about 3 years ago, I'd say. But
3 years ago?
Yeah.
Was that the last time you had sex? Or you've had casual sex until then?
No, anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Yeah, very private.
All right, fair enough.
That's me.
Okay. All right. We're here to hear the plane story anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, and to hear about your music. Now, all right. So there you are on the plane that day. You think, are you a person who is afraid to fly?
No, I don't like heights though.
Right.
Went up to the Empire State Building and did the old snap, been there, done that, get off. I've got to get back to ground.
All right. So when you get in a plane, you're not the most comfortable flyer, but you felt reasonably safe.
Yeah, I've done a lot of flying. So.
All right. So the plane takes off. Mm-hmm. And not
normal
more than
takeoff?
Completely normal. You know, like I'm sitting there going, right, I'm going to pull my laptop out. I got, all the things you normally do. You don't pay attention to the flight attendants doing the emergency spiel.
Right.
You just don't kind of, you check out. You do. So you're in flight mode.
Right. So there you are. You're sitting there. And how soon in? It's got to be quick.
Yeah.
What happens? Like what goes wrong?
Well, I described it as like it was a very startling pop.
Pop.
Yeah, it was like a pop, but that doesn't even describe what it was because it happened on both sides, and then straight away you smelt smoke. So of course you're like, okay, that's not a good thing when you're in the air to be smelling smoke.
Do people start to panic? Do they scream? Do they?
No, honestly, the whole place was calm. A lot of people were praying. A few people hyperventilating.
Well,
lots of questions. Lots of questions.
Descend right away? You drop?
No, it was like someone bumped into you almost, but quite a hard bump, and then it was a very gradual, kind of you were dropping. And the other thing is, it was like we were dropping, and you could hear the engines dying. So it was like the smell of something burning.
But back up a second. You hear this pop. It's on takeoff, right? So that's probably
no. It's about 90 seconds into the flight.
All right,
takeoff.
so you're up.
Yeah.
So the pop must have been when these birds got caught in the engine.
Yeah, we didn't know that at the time.
Right, and then. I guess you smell smoke. Do you smell like cooked bird? Do you smell any kind of weird? Are there feathers blowing into the thing?
I couldn't see.
No.
Yeah.
So does Captain Sully then? I mean, you didn't know him then, but did he get on the speaker at that point and go, "Listen, we just had some geese"? And what is he? How do you know something's gone wrong?
You could smell it, hear it, and you felt it. But no, Sully didn't say anything but brace for impact.
Oh, so he says...
And he didn't say that till 15 seconds before we hit the water.
Okay, so now you hear this. Do the stewardesses start to panic or talk a little bit to you?
I was in the middle of the plane, so the stewardess were at the front and at the back.
Okay.
And they're still in their seats because you're still on takeoff.
Well, I actually found out the back one, she actually got out of her seat, which is crazy. Because,
right.
Yeah.
Because that's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
So I would imagine now people are starting to realize they're going down.
Oh, yeah, no, straight away you felt it.
You felt it. So you knew the plane was going down. There was no second guessing it.
No,
it wasn't like, oh, maybe this is just turbulence or something like that.
No, you knew that we could be finished right now.
And still no handsome guys come up to you and say, listen, we're about to go down. You're a very attractive woman. Let's get this going right now.
You know what's hilarious? The whole thing happened in 5 minutes. So I don't know. It would be amazing if that ever happened like that.
Someone told me Sully got on the speaker in the plane and went, send the cute Australian girl up to the right now to the cockpit, please.
This is really
so
a cockpit.
Untrue.
This is really looking a little dire, and I need to relax.
No,
nothing like that.
He was so focused on getting that plane down.
Right. So now you start to think the plane's going down, and are you a religious girl?
Yeah.
You are a Catholic girl?
No, I'm a Christian girl.
You're a Christian girl.
Yeah.
And
but do you start to pray? Is that what?
Yeah. Like I was praying, but then I was also kind of asking the guy next to me questions, and hey, do you know what happened? Like he knows.
Right.
So,
but all right, it calms you down.
What was I thinking?
Right.
But you're turning to someone. You're reaching out to someone.
Yeah.
So you start to pray. What goes through your mind? Are you sorry that you haven't had more sex? Are you sorry that you haven't?
What are your regrets? Does your life pass before your eyes? And you go, I'm sorry I ever did that.
Yeah. Did you apologize? Did you say, God, if you get me out of this, I'm sorry for this, and I'll never do that again? Did you
Or I promise I'll be whoever, whatever.
Tell me what happens, because you think your life is ending, don't you?
Yeah. I thought that was it. I thought I'm going to heaven now.
No crime.
No crying. I was calm. I was surprisingly calm. Normally, I'm the hyperventilating type.
Yeah.
So, no, I was calm. A lot of people were like, that was what I couldn't get over, how peace, and calm and quiet it was on the plane.
People weren't screaming or crying?
No, not at all.
Good thing you weren't on that plane.
Oh, my, I'd be like, help me.
No. Yeah,
Oh, my God.
everybody was quiet. I seriously thought I was going to heaven. And
Did anybody make a...
There I am on the plane.
Howard on the plane.
That's right.
Did anybody make a phone call? Did anybody?
Yeah, there was a few people making phone calls because you could. We weren't so high up that there wasn't any kind of signal.
Right.
So, I have an Australian number, so I can't call anybody. And the other thing is the only person I knew in New York was somebody I'd spoken to a couple of times on the phone, and he was a songwriter producer, and I'd spoken to him a couple of times on the phone, and but hadn't met anybody. So I didn't know anyone in New York. But you know what? I kind of felt like if this is my time to go, I've accomplished everything I'm supposed to have accomplished.
Wow, that's an amazing attitude. You really are religious.
Yeah.
That's like a religious person's attitude. I mean, that really is.
It's like when it's your time to go, you can't control it. You can't do anything about it. But this is a bonus. Everything that's happening now is like life's bonus.
But aren't you afraid, like, oh my God, it's going to be a painful death, or I'm going to freeze to death?
Oh,
or,
yeah.
I mean, that's the part that freaks everybody out. Not that, okay, once you're dead, who cares?
Yeah.
It's how you're going to die, and will it hurt?
You know what?
You didn't think about that?
No, I would. That's one of my things. I'm like, I would never ever want to be drowning. Like
Me
that
too.
would be the worst, or be
burning,
like freezing,
fire,
burning,
anything,
feeling the pain.
Right.
That would be the worst.
Yeah, I always
So I
wondered.
did think about that.
So you did, and you didn't know you were going down over water. You didn't know what Sully's plan was.
No. This is hilarious. Like, I mean, I'm Australian, no orientation. I've joked that I actually didn't even know there was a Hudson River, let alone a river.
Right. I live in New York, and I don't know there's a Hudson River. So when Sully says prepare for impact, it's about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And boom, you're in the water.
Yeah.
Do you see water coming into the plane?
Well, yeah. What happened? I thought we'd hit a building. It was that I was having a 9/11 moment. Like, oh my goodness, we've hit a building. We've missed the tarmac, and we've hit a building.
Right.
And so when the doors were opened straight away, I was on the wing, and I got out on the wing. When the doors opened straight away, someone actually yelled out, "We're in the water!" I'm like, oh, there's water? Okay, let's move. Go.
Wow. How do you
let me
prepare
ask you
for
something,
impact?
because wait a minute. First of all, did they give those instructions again?
No.
They didn't have time to
I know
do that.
there were a few people, like the flight attendants at the front were, yeah, but...
Oxygen masks come down?
No, because we weren't high enough for the oxygen mask to come out.
And how do you prepare? Do you put your head between your legs? What do you do to prepare for
Well,
impact?
yeah, in coach class in the US, your seats are a lot closer than what they are in Australia.
Right.
So I'm quite a tiny person. I'm only 5 foot. So in Australia, I actually can't reach the chair in front of me.
Right.
But in America, I can. So I grabbed the back of the chair. But I did have enough time to try and work out the best position of my body so I didn't hurt myself.
Right.
So,
And so when you get out, now you're on the wing of the plane.
Yeah.
Are you one of the first people out of the plane?
Yeah, I was sitting on the right, I exited on the left, and
The people in the exit rows, did they really work the doors?
You know what? Our door was the first door open, like on the left-hand side. I've seen the footage, and I'm like, man, he must have already been out of his seat before we hit the ground.
You mean this guy, whoever was sitting in that, he knew how to open the door, and he opened it and he got out.
Yeah, I never put myself on the emergency because I just, I don't think I could handle that pressure.
Did you feel the impact when it hit?
Oh, yeah.
Was it heavy?
Yeah, it was, as I said, it felt like we'd hit a building. I seriously was having a moment like, oh, I hope this isn't what it felt like for the 9/11 people. It was horrible.
What do you feel like when you see this guy Sully now, who's such a capable pilot, and he was able to? I mean, most pilots would just screw it up.
Oh yeah.
Is he like your hero now? I mean, are you gonna have a picture hanging of him in your house, or I mean, how far are you gonna take it?
Not quite that far.
Right.
No, you know what? I met him on Larry King last night, which was great, and
meeting Larry wasn't great, but Sully must have been.
No, he's great. Larry was cool.
I bet
He
you
was
Larry
cool.
liked you, didn't he? Did Larry flirt with you? Be honest.
No. I think he was very focused on what he was doing.
I don't
Would you
think
like
so.
to be wife number 9?
Oh,
Larry didn't propose to you at all?
No, not at all.
My dear, I'm presently married, but I think
that could be
I caught her
rearranged.
with a fitness instructor.
I'm surprised he didn't come on to you at all.
No. I think it was very serious, and Sully is a very, very serious, calm man.
Yeah, very inspiring,
So,
right?
very inspiring.
It's nice when you see somebody competent.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I think, definitely. If it was me doing it, I would have screwed it up.
So
I'm really impressed that people can open those doors, because whenever I get on the plane and they start talking about, you're in the exit row, can you handle it? I'm like, no, get me out of here.
Yeah, I am too. I'm like, but you know what? I have to admit, you know what's a real bugger to get out? These the life jackets.
Yes.
They are an absolute. I tried 2 chairs. They are stuck in there. They
so when
should have been super glued.
when you land, you said, "Oh, well, there's water." They said, "Grab your life jacket."
Well, yeah, it was a total afterthought, and that was something like no one grabbed their life jacket. It was like I was already in the aisle moving, and someone said life jacket. I went, "Oh, that's an idea."
But it's not easy to get it on.
No. I tried 2 of them, and then the back part of mine didn't inflate, only the front part.
You could have drowned trying to get on the stupid jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Lost it looking for a life jacket.
Am I wrong about this? But was there one passenger who panicked and swam and died?
Somebody jumped in the water. Nobody died.
No, she didn't die.
But she tried to swim to shore.
She tried to swim. Yeah.
But she didn't die? I thought she did.
No. No one died. Everyone survived.
That was the whole thing. Everybody lived.
And what
Isn't
do you
that
do?
amazing?
And what about your overhead luggage? Do you get
no. Get that back?
See, okay, I was calm. My panic was sitting in the raft going, oh my gosh, I'm Australian with no identity.
Right.
That was and I actually turned to the girls and went, do you think it'd be okay if I just ducked back in and grabbed my passport? She's looking at me like, are you nuts?
I bet you had a lot of cute lingerie and things in there. Who knows what was in there?
Yeah.
Could have been anything.
Some of your favorite outfits.
I did. I was like, when you went back through, I'm like, man, I lost that.
So what happened? You wrote a song about your experience.
Yeah.
The music was already written, right? This was a song. The music is something you already had.
Yeah. The idea was thrown to me through Mark, which was the guy that I'd already spoken to when I was here in New York.
Right.
We were already going to be working together. This has just expedited the whole thing a whole lot quicker.
Is the plane crash maybe a blessing in disguise? Because didn't you get a record deal out of this, right?
I did. It's totally a blessing in disguise. You know, I remember getting on that plane. I was like, okay, I probably won't be back here for another couple of years, and I'll prepare myself, get some more songwriting done, and and so I was planning on coming back here in another couple of years.
Right.
And this is just like, well, I was back here in like 4 days.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are you still doing here?
I did go to Charlotte. It was just 4 days later I came back. So, yeah.
You know, you probably always prayed as a religious girl for a record deal. You probably caused the plane flight by praying for a record deal.
Because this was the only way to get it. Let go down in a
things
plane.
happen in strange ways.
All right, so the song is it about Sully? Is it about how he handled the plane? What is the song about, really?
Yeah, well, it's Send Another Prayer. You know, I mean, there was heaps of people praying on the plane.
Yeah.
So I guess that's one of the things. I was like, you know,
were they
they're
praying out loud?
Yeah,
Wow.
crying, tears, praying for their family.
Right.
One of the guys, his son was at the front of the plane and he was at the back, and they actually got split up. And he was still praying even when we got off the plane and was at the restaurant, because he had, at that stage we didn't know that everyone had survived.
Right.
So it was really distressing. It really was.
In the prayers, did my name ever come up, Howard? Some people were like, "Oh my God."
Anybody pray
You know
for
what?
Howard?
First name I thought of.
Right.
It was yours.
All right, let me hear a
Definitely.
little of your song here.
Sure.
And I should say your name is Emma Sophina.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the song?
It's called Send Another Prayer.
All right, Send Another Prayer. Here we go. Let me play a little bit of this and see what.
Yeah, give me a chance to get in and get it done. So.
Do people think you're capitalizing on the?
Yeah, they do. I mean, I don't know anybody that wouldn't, for starters. But the bottom line is,
right.
And so that's what I say to that. But
you're fine with it. Yes.
Also. Here's an amazing, hopeful story, and I wanted to write a hopeful song because who survives a plane crash?
It's true.
Not many people.
No.
So, yeah.
Has it changed your life? Did you have one of those, oh my God, I have to go out and save the world kind of, I must be here for a reason?
Yeah, remember the girl in the tsunami, the model?
Yes.
She felt like she had to go out and save the world and everything.
Yeah, no.
And I think she's over that now.
I think she's just partying at this point.
She seems to just show up at every opening and all that stuff.
Really?
And date rock stars.
Really?
So you didn't have any kind of cataclysmic kind of moment where you go, man, this is it. I have an epiphany. I got to go to India and save people.
I must be here for something.
No. Like, I know I'm here for something, but I knew I was here for something before. So, I'm still the same person. I'm still me. I'm still an Aussie Sheila. And, I love it.
I love it too, believe me. Nothing wrong with you. Any Playboy offers for you?
Oh, I'm not interested in Playboy.
You would never be nude?
No, absolutely not.
You've never appeared in sexy lingerie as a singer or anything like that? No?
That's not really my cup of tea.
I think you should.
Just wait until nobody's interested in your music. You'll be.
Oh, my God, is Ralph on the line?
What do you want to say, Ralph? Come on.
I want to say that I'm upset with Robin from yesterday that she's given this captain shit for not being a hero.
She didn't give him shit.
God,
she said.
I never said anything bad about Sully.
What we said let me tell this to Emma.
Okay.
That Captain Sully was doing his job, and whenever someone does a job competently, we carry on that, oh my God, we start throwing parades for them. And the fact of the matter is, listen, he did a great job. He did a great thing.
Absolutely.
Amazing job. Nobody ever did what he did. Nobody.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It is not true.
Nobody ever landed a plane in the fucking water.
It must have happened before because he wouldn't have thought of it without that.
No large airliner has ever done that.
Nobody said a large airliner, but planes have landed on water.
But no large airliner with a commuter jet has not done that.
It's not the point, Fred. First of all, he was saving his own life. A hero risks his life for others.
No, it's not. He also took the best course of action. He could have taken that thing back to LaGuardia.
Risked his life when he doesn't have to.
He could have taken that thing back to LaGuardia, but he didn't panic. He landed in the water.
Somebody jumping into the icy cold water.
Emma, you would know better than anyone. Is Sully a hero?
You know what? I heard about another plane crash that happened where a pilot tried to do the same thing, and he actually hit it on the wing and didn't hit it flat, and the whole plane was not intact. The fact that he did this and the plane was in fact intact, that's
means
why
he's a good pilot.
Listen.
They're all good pilots.
Does that make him a hero, or does it just make him a good pilot?
I think he's an exceptional pilot.
Well, that doesn't
Robin,
make him a hero.
Robin,
I can show you exceptional people in a number of fields.
Do you agree with Robin that Sully should go to jail?
No.
How dare he
for
land on the
crimes
Hudson
against humanity
without a license?
He said himself, he was like, my entire career has prepared me for this moment.
Absolutely.
And they're his words. And you know what? He does not see himself as a hero.
And
he sees himself as a very, very
with him.
competent and exceptional.
What is it, Ralph?
Howard, can I just say something?
By the way, I'm a hero. I saved the guy from going off a bridge. But go ahead, yes.
This guy is a total hero, and if the story was that the plane crashed and everybody died, we'd be hearing about it nonstop for fucking weeks and months. Everybody loves to be miserable. You have a great story. It's an amazing story.
Yeah.
It is
Who's saying we shouldn't tell the story?
Oh, Robin, shut up.
Oh, my
really
God, you're
pissing me
so
off.
irate about nothing.
You sound stupid, but you're not stupid.
Oh, I sound stupid
now.
now.
This guy is a hero. He's amazing. That
Okay, Ralph.
this plane is amazing. Nobody ever did it.
You know
So
what?
I disagree with you. That makes me stupid.
For me personally, he is a hero for
Yes,
me.
Emma.
For me personally,
Well, he
he's a
saved
hero
your
for me.
life.
Exactly. So he did. And for
And
me,
he's a hero to me because he saved your life. I'll be honest with you.
He had no choice in the matter. He was on the plane, too.
Emma Sophina's single, Send Another Prayer, is available at Amazon.com. So you can go on
And
there.
iTunes, yes.
And iTunes,
Yeah.
all right. And now you are a recording artist with what label?
With Decca Records, which is a part of Universal.
Sure, very good.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank you
on
very
that.
much.
You got a nice voice.
Thank you, Howard.
Emma Sophina, everyone. She survived. She's here. And believe me,
quite welcome.
Thank God she survived.
I think it's wonderful that all 150 people survived.
No, I'm
55.
saying it's thank God she survived. Yeah, take a look.
Forget the others.
A very charming girl. Please.
Thank you.
I think you didn't even get wet.
Yeah, I was wet from the waist down.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I had to go from the wing to the raft, so I had
What were
to
you
kind of
wearing?
throw my body across.
What were you wearing on the plane?
I was wearing black jeans. I was wearing black and a red coat.
When your pants got wet, were they see-through? Did the material?
They were jeans.
They were jeans,
Yeah.
so they do not become see-through.
No.
At any time, did you think maybe the pants should come off because they're so soaking wet and they can hold them
they're
down?
wet.
You know what? Okay, here, yeah.
Go ahead.
Everybody had to strip off because obviously you get hyperventilated, like you get very sick.
Yes.
So when we got to the restaurant, we were all dressed as chefs. Because it was like chef uniforms.
No, but
so all of us had chef uniforms.
They took you to a restaurant?
Yeah.
And you had to take your pants off.
Nice.
When you took your pants off, were you wearing underwear underneath?
Of course I was.
A G-string?
It's none of your business.
No, why not, though? This is part of the story. No, this is not a sexual question. It's part of the story.
Thong?
Do you wear a thong or do you wear big grandma pants?
That's none of your business, boys.
But you could answer that.
That's none of your business.
I don't think that's really outrageous for a recording artist to answer kind of...
And you know what? I'm a private girl.
When you undress in the restaurant, do the other passengers see you undressing?
We didn't care. At that, you lose all
You're
discretion.
Kidding. So
Everybody
all the guys saw you nude?
No. I had my coat on. I do things very discreetly. I'm a lady.
Too bad. Well, I guess we'll never learn what kind of panties you should wear to survive a plane crash. I'll tell you
what. It's all about the panties. If
Robin,
you were wearing anything else,
I'm wet from the waist down right now.
You are?
I am.
Oh, my goodness.
But no, seriously, that's something to go through. And I'm sure it was really traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
It's amazing.
I did, afterwards,
I bet. What are the nightmares like? You picture the plane and you're going...
No, a lot of falling, like nightmares.
Really?
Because I don't like heights, so that whole fear of falling, and I didn't sleep for the first few nights.
Too bad there's nobody to sue in this case. They say you can't even sue, like, because geese are like a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Have you checked with the lawyers or someone we can get some money out of?
I have. I've been doing all that.
Any chance of getting a couple of bucks out of this?
We'll see what happens.
Oh,
we'll
really?
Are
they saying there might be someone to sue?
Yeah, no, not so much sue. I think that they're going to give us some sort of compensation of some sort.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, they do say sometimes that crash survivors do have a lot of difficulty after surviving.
Yeah, I as I said, I didn't sleep real well. I also had, because of the jolt of everything, I had lower back pain like afterwards, which was not pleasant.
I like that.
Smart.
Post-traumatic stress you have also, I see it in your eyes.
Why didn't you demand a wheelchair, for God's sake?
You should wear it. Where is your sling and neck brace? I'm not an attorney, but I'd be on crutches.
You'd still be on the board.
Yeah, give me money. All right, listen. You've done it all. You've said it all.
I have.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Robin.
You're very lovely. And when you want to tell us what kind of underwear you were wearing,
come back.
Come back in. Were you braless that day on the plane?
No, I'm a lady.
So what? What, ladies? You're saying women who don't wear bras are not ladies?
No. I'm a lady. I'm a very respectable lady, and I get that from the English side of my life. So.
Are you let me guess, C cup? Right?
You can't even see. How are you guessing?
She's bundled up like she's an Eskimo. What are you, B? B or C?
It's none of your business.
Because you're not a real tall girl.
You're a cheeky. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You're one cheeky boy.
I've got two cheeks. You should see him. What?
He's being extra nice to you.
I appreciate it.
Gentleman.
Thank you. Well, thank you. I like that.
All right.
I like gentlemen.
Let me tell you, I could have asked you if you shave. I could have asked you a whole bunch of other questions, and I didn't. So just remember that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Howard.
Very lovely woman. Emma Sophina, her single Send Another Prayer is available at Amazon.com, and I wish you a lot of luck with it.
Thank you.
Hi. Emma.
Hello.
So you come on to talk about your music and the flight that landed in the Hudson, and all Howard wants to talk about is what kind of underwear you're wearing and
cheeky
your
bugger.
sex life.
He's a cheeky bugger, seriously.
How was that?
You know what? It was great fun. They're fantastic. Robin and Howard are great. So thank you very much.
Now, you were saying that you thought Sully is a hero.
Yeah,
but
for me personally.
Robin doesn't really agree with that. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. I mean, he hasn't saved her life, so I'm fine with that. But he's a hero for me, and I think we need heroes in this earth. There's not enough of them, not enough people that have done amazing things.
So what's next for you?
What's next? Well, an EP. I got to go in and finish that. I'm going into the studio in the next couple of days to finish that off, and then a record, and then a record very, very soon.
Great. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks. Robin, you really got under Ralph's skin.
Ralph is so silly. I wasn't even the first person to propose that he wasn't a hero, but I understand the argument.
So, but why would he get so mad? I mean...
I think that a lot of people, when they don't have enough ammunition to sustain a debate, they just start calling names and they get angry because, they want you to see their point before they run out of words.
So even though you don't think he's a hero and he was just doing his job, he's definitely like an exceptional pilot, though, right?
I'm sure he may be heroic in other places in his life because he's certainly calm, cool, and collected, but pilots, oftentimes, I don't know what his training is, but we have pilots who train in the military and do incredible feats every day. And this guy set a plane down in the water, and he didn't tip the wings.
She's upset about the geese. She has these signs up, geese killer, and...
You don't like geese?
No, she's upset about the geese. She's a vegetarian.
That's right. That plane chewed up those geese.
The Howard Stern Show is on vacation. But don't worry, we'll return next week with all new serious shows. So for now, enjoy this new episode.
23, 144 Sirius XM and Mad Dog Radio, 24 hours a day sports talk. Thank you very much, Howard Stern. Second time in 6 months an appearance. Have some fun, promote the channel. We just began full-fledged. And have some laughs with the king. So we're looking forward to it here when he pop in here. Let's see if I can respond, make him laugh. We got 30 minutes. Let's see how I do.
Is Mad Dog Russo here yet?
Is he late?
He's in the can.
He's doing a release right now.
He's in the can. Okay. Mad Dog Russo.
He comes here to use the bathroom?
Yeah, we've got a nice private area. Probably where he is in Sirius. That's probably, they probably to sell off the toilet to pay off for the bankruptcy.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we should have coin-operated toilets. Let's start giving back.
There
Hello.
he is. All right.
He doesn't look all that worried.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're worried that... Hey, Chris. Mad Dog Radio is now 24 hours a day.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, great to have you.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Hello, Robin.
Hi there.
Betty,
Good to see you, man.
where is my man Artie?
What do you think?
Hey, I read this Rolling Stone piece.
Right.
I'll get it out of the way right off the bat.
Right.
Go ahead.
Artie, get your shit together, will you please?
Right.
You're not John Belushi. You got a lot of talent. Come in. Howard's giving you a chance. Why is he a messed up guy?
He's got a real problem. Listen.
I have to stop him for 1 second. Whatever the microphone is, it doesn't have one of those little gloves.
Yeah, it does have my little glove on it.
Oh, it does?
It does not.
Oh.
And we're hearing a lot of...
Really? I think he sounds good.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of breathing that you wouldn't ordinarily hear.
I like hearing the breathing.
You do?
I like to know he's alive. I don't have to have him tested.
A lot has occurred since I last made the appearance.
Well, first of all, let me hear your thoughts on Artie, because you brought him up. So you read the Rolling Stone article.
Has Artie done your show? I think Artie's been on, right?
I have not had him on yet.
Oh,
no.
you haven't? Okay.
Well, you read the Rolling Stone article.
Yeah.
It was a negative piece, in your opinion?
I mean, yeah, I would have to say it's a negative piece. If you did not know him at all and you read that for the first time, you'd say, hey, come on now. Life's not this difficult.
Right. Is it your opinion that he should go get help, he should get on an antidepressant, and perhaps go to rehab and clean up his act? He's too old for this nonsense, right?
I would think he's got a gold... In this world where you can't sell a pencil...
Right.
In this economy, which is a disaster, you can't treat money and your success this frivolously.
Right.
I mean, come on, Artie, care. You can't have women all over you and drinking constantly and doing all these drugs.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Howard's giving you a chance every day for 4 hours or 5 hours. Come in and have fun.
If you're a wise guy, I mean, you're a smart man.
I was wondering if you ever encountered this with a coworker or any...
No.
You've never had
I have not.
issues like this.
What
Lucky
would you do? What would you do if you were in my situation? What would you say to Artie to inspire him to get his shit together?
Well, I'm assuming that you've had this discussion with him over the years,
yes,
and you've tried every approach.
Yes.
Big brother, fatherly, tough guy.
Right.
I am sure you've tried every approach.
Yes.
And nothing has worked as of right now. Nothing has worked.
Yeah.
So has there been periods where he has been for months at a time in pretty good shape?
I can't tell. I don't know anymore. I used to think he was fine, but then I read his book and read the articles, and it turns out he fools me.
Were you surprised how bad that article was in the Rolling Stone?
No, because really that is like Artie's book. It really is that dark and dire, and he has this life. I thought the reporter actually captured a lot of the sadness that is Artie's life.
Well, the thing that's sad about it, though, is that Artie doesn't have the ability to cover it up anymore.
Right.
You know, that even a reporter, like you'd think you'd want to dress yourself up for a Rolling Stone article, and he can't.
I mean, he's got the cigarettes, he's got the big gut hanging out, he's got the pizza boxes. I mean, Artie.
He's too old.
This is ridiculous.
Time to grow up. You're not John Belushi.
Yeah, that would be my first take. I mean, it's almost like he thinks he's John Belushi and he's going to lead this path like Belushi.
Do you know that Artie has a picture of John Belushi over his bed, that this is his hero?
Was that in that story? I think it may have been, wasn't it?
But that is the truth. I'm telling you something you don't know.
He's
he's got a lot going. He's got a lot going on.
Of course.
This is not. He's got talent. Don't waste it.
Have you ever done drugs yourself?
We discussed this last time.
So you know that you have fallen. You have
not that kind of drugs.
No.
Now, don't get me to the level that he's at.
You smoke some weed.
I mean, come on. I'm a college kid. We've gone through this. Right. So you hand me a joint in that situation.
We found out you masturbate. We found out a lot of things about you. We found out a lot about you.
And what a life this man has led here in the last 5 months.
Oh,
he
really?
got married, and he had. I mean, nobody knew, Howard. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew what?
Well, yeah, I saw the big stories. Your wife with the running in November and the front page of the news. Right. And then Westminster Dogs. I mean, you got everything going on here.
She's everywhere.
No, she works a lot. She does a lot.
And no more musing on retirement, please.
Well, wait a second.
You're here for a long period of time. What are you going to do with your life if you retire?
I know exactly what I do.
You don't play golf. You don't. Come on.
I would stare at a wall and be happy.
You'll be bored stiff. You love this.
We're 2 years away from that decision. But let me tell you something.
Let's ask you about the current company situation. You seem all revved up.
Robin's into it. I heard him before.
Yeah, what's going to be?
Are you okay?
Here's all I can tell you on my end, and I heard you guys discussing this at 6 o'clock today.
Right.
I gave Mr. Karmazin a status report on January 6th.
Uh-huh.
Fill him in, what's going on, where we're going to hire here, who we're going to hire there. Sat with him for 45 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
In my contract, I have a budget.
Right.
That I am not supposed to exceed.
Right.
For the actual rest of the channel.
Right.
We went in there, we wanted to figure out if we can do a little something on the weekends to up the budget. Mel said no, but he said also this. I will live up to those terms of that contract. You have every penny that you need up to that contract to do what you have to do. Now, I don't get the idea that a company that is about to fall apart, they would take my stuff away. Leave me on by myself.
Right.
Chris, just do your show,
right.
and we'll worry about the company 6 months from now.
Right.
Or worry about your channel. That did not occur.
Right.
Plus the fact, I'm going to spring training for 2 separate trips in spring training. In my contract, I got they have to fly me first class, which is fair.
Right.
And they got to set hotels, nice hotels.
You're not sharing
Mel
rooms?
signs off a problem. No Motel 6, let's put it that way. Mel signs off a problem. I don't get the impression that we're about to fall apart.
I discussed this on the air today. What people have to understand is that this company actually is a very big growth company. The problem is they have tremendous debt. Do you know to start satellite, you got to put satellites up in the sky. Those cost $500 million a piece.
Right.
Then you've got to pay for programming. We're not like Comcast that just rebroadcasts
other people's programming. Yeah.
We have to generate programming. We have to put up satellites. We have to create the hardware so that people can pick up the signals. We have a big business here. There's a tremendous debt, but there's also tremendous income. There's 20 million subscribers. It's a $2 billion a year business. It's the second largest subscription business in the United States next to Comcast. So this is a big business. The fact that this other guy, Ergen, wants to take it over and buy
you see, that's
a good sign. That's got to be a good sign.
But bankruptcy is a way to reorganize so that they are in a better bargaining position. So while I'm not painting a pretty picture, I don't like to see bankruptcy talk, but the fact of the matter is I still believe satellite will be the dominant force in radio, in audio transmission. You wait and see. This is the infancy. We're here at the birth.
There you
and
go,
let me
Howard.
tell you something.
Baby.
Let me tell you something. It will be successful. You'll look back on these years and go, I remember when everyone was talking bankruptcy, and now look at it.
Yeah, but I try to look at both sides. Now, Mel said something very interesting to you. He said, I will honor the contract.
He's speaking for the company.
He's speaking for the company.
Wait, think he's going to pay him personally?
No. What I'm saying is, Mel's saying as long as I'm CEO, you can count on things. But I may not be CEO.
If you can't count on Mel, you're in trouble. And you also have him here.
Right.
You have Howard here.
Yes.
So if Howard is this optimistic, they're not going to let Howard go. You have to feel if you're working here.
You got to have something else here.
You have to feel this positive elements
Chris,
because Howard believes in it.
Chris, what if you just signed a $3 million contract for yourself personally, $3 million a year. It's very, very lucrative. What if the new owner comes in, let's say he's successful, although I don't think he will be. But you never know. And God bless whoever is.
restructures my contract.
Says he wants to open up the contract and give you less money. Will you buckle, or will you go back to terrestrial radio?
I will not go to terrestrial radio.
Go ahead. You like it here.
I will not do that.
Really?
And I hired all these guys.
Right.
Charlotte, I have a morning guy. Gary Williams does a great job. I have an overnight guy I put in San Francisco, Larry Kruger. I can't just bail out and leave these guys to hang it. A lot of these guys took this job.
Because of you.
Well, because of the idea of it, too. You know, free radio, do what I want. I mean, I'm available. I can do the kind of show I want to do. I can't bail out on them.
How is your show going now?
Very, very good.
Did you curse yet? Have you used any?
No, I have not cursed. I let the callers do it occasionally.
You do?
Yes.
If they curse, you don't hang up on them?
I do not.
You allow it?
I absolutely allow it.
It's almost funny
but
to me.
I don't go in that direction.
Why
Here
is
for
that?
you. Here for you. I'll throw you a little bone occasionally. and I'll say that to Artie, and we'll talk about that last time that you made me curse.
Now,
but overall, I won't.
Okay, let's talk about something serious now. You broke up with your partner for many years,
right?
Chris,
Mike Francesco.
Mike Francesco, whatever the fuck his name is. And I will curse when I say his name. What do you think now? How has Mike done, now that we've had some time for him to be alone on terrestrial radio? What are his ratings like? I have no idea, and I want you to be honest. Don't sugarcoat it. Right. Is he doing worse without you?
You know what? It depends who you ask. I mean, their ratings from an FAN perspective seem to be the same.
No. Come on.
I'm not a rating.
Turkey with me now, and don't bullshit.
I have spoken to some other people at 1050 ESPN that said they've gotten murdered in certain parts of the tri-state area. Jersey, for instance. And if you notice, ESPN, they move their show afternoon sports talk.
Are his ratings down or are they up?
I swear I don't know that example.
You do know the answer.
I don't, Howard.
It's not true.
I swear on it, I wouldn't lie to you.
You've never said to anybody.
I would not lie to you. Would I come in here and lie to Howard?
Hey, come on.
I know it doesn't do any good to lie.
The thing I'm trying to prove here is there was always a question, who needed who more?
Right.
Did Mike Francesco need you or did you need him? Now, if his ratings are down and you're making $3 million a year, sounds like you win. You're the winner and he's the loser.
But can you quantify his success other than money?
It's an intangible.
Well, we know ratings. Where are the ratings, Gary? Does anybody know?
I don't have the ratings in front of me. Plus, Howard, there's that new system. There's that new system, that PPN, that personal meter
What
thing.
does the new system say?
It's every 10 minutes. It sounds like me, Howard. It's a different situation. When I used to work there, it's not a diary.
Stop it. You check it. You know.
Howard, I know you think I do.
I swear now on the life of your children you don't know what Mike's ratings are.
Have you listened to him or have you watched him?
I have not done either of those two things.
Really?
And you swear on the life of your children? I swear on the life.
I have 4 of them, 10 and under.
Go ahead.
I swear I have not checked Mike's ratings.
On the life of your children?
I can't give you a better one than that. Timmy, Kira, Colin, and Patrick.
Nobody comes up to you and says, did you hear what happened?
I hear the quality of the show.
Yes.
He misses the energy, he does this, he does that. And I miss some things about Mike, too. It goes both ways.
Right.
So I've heard that. But as far as, Chris, did you see, or did you look at this, that this rating was 10% less than when you were there, or in this particular demographic?
Got it. Okay, here we go. Now you're going to find out your answer. Aren't you curious? You're curious.
Do you know the answer?
I do not. But Gary does.
Gary seems to have the info.
Does Gary have the answer?
Okay, this is Jason just found this online. Here are the latest Arbitron Cume results for November 2008. WFAN falls for 3rd consecutive month, and they talk about that they're down from a 175, 200,000 to 166. So they're down a little bit.
Now, you're talking about overall rating or the
His
show?
Time
afternoon or the one?
Well, here's what it says. WFAN share, which was 2.9 in July, while Dog was still around, and which dropped to 2.7 in September without the Mets and Dog, dropped to 2.4 during November. So that's still, it seems, the station.
Yeah.
So we don't have a specific breakdown in
We're going to get there. Baba Booey's not the brightest.
He's still reading. He's coming
Give him a chance, for Christ's sake. You look at Baba Booey's an Adelphi graduate.
You know what? It doesn't have specific afternoon ratings. It's just saying that the station overall dropped.
Tell Tim Sabian that I want to know the afternoon ratings.
Tim doesn't know him. He's working on it.
Yeah, that's right. I need it right away. Pronto. or people will be fired.
Why are you so wrapped up in that?
Oh, come on.
He
You're
loves
not,
this.
I love it. What, you don't think I know how everyone's doing who tried to replace me?
Yeah. Well, that we know. That's we just have to look at what we need to. What we got to do is look at the revenue we see with the.
So,
well, how about the other guy that we hired? What did the K-Rock? What was the David Roth? What a disaster that was.
Are you kidding? He tried his best.
And they put him on because you said as a guest.
Kidding? They're pining away for his ratings.
They'd like to have him back.
They were trying to get him back. But listen to me, and listen carefully. Let me talk about some other drama that's going on in your life.
Oh, there's drama.
Where is he getting this information from?
Hold it.
Drama.
Hold it. All right, you don't want to talk ratings?
I don't have the ratings that they doesn't even have them.
All right, we're going to get them for you. Sounds like, though, you're in good shape. It sounds like their ratings have dropped.
There's been a little bit of a decrease.
Good.
Makes you happy.
Why are you
smiling?
Too. Yeah, of course it does.
Of course.
You're jerking off right now.
I got pride. Of course
you do.
Yes.
Now, you have spoken to your former on-air partner twice since you left.
Correct.
All right. The first time you spoke to him was when?
November 5th at the Joe Torre Safe at Home Foundation dinner in Chelsea Pier, New York.
Okay. When you saw him, how was it between the two
Perfect.
of you? What do you mean by perfect?
Like we talked about sports, we talked about the station.
Right.
Like long-lost friends. Phenomenal.
What happened the second time when you saw him?
That was a little awkward.
Why?
Why would it become
Mike.
awkward?
I saw Mike 2 Mondays ago at the Super Bowl.
Did he ask to borrow money?
No, he didn't.
Because that's going to be very, very awkward.
That was an awkward situation because we were both at an event to cover. So there was a little bit more of a competition scenario to that because I'm looking for the same guests and the same kind of things that he's looking for in Tampa 2 Mondays ago. So that was an awkward situation.
You go to the Super Bowl, and there he is, your former partner who is suffering the ratings.
Well, he
sees you there, and now he's competing for guests with you.
So it's a tricky situation.
All right, so here's what I've heard, and you tell me if it's true, because I'll get right into it, because I keep tabs on you.
How do you...
Just listen.
He prepared for this, Rabbi.
I know stuff. You go down to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And there's a thing called Radio Row.
Correct.
Okay. Radio Row is where all of the sports guys, big guys like yourself, stand there, and you wait to interview whoever comes through on the line.
Yeah. There's a million stations all over America.
Mike, your former partner, thinks he's such a big deal, thinks he's so good, that he decides he doesn't have to be in Radio Row, and he sets up a separate hotel room for himself where all the guests should come to him, and this way he aces guys out like you. And what happened? No one showed up to Mike's hotel room. Am I right or wrong?
It's not. You're for the most part. It wasn't a hotel room. It was a lobby of a hotel.
And Mike
did he have to come out of his ivory tower?
Well, I had to walk 8 blocks to do the interviews if you want to go out with Mike.
So you are smart. You say, listen, I'm not too big for anyone. I'll stand there in Radio Row, and I'm going to get my interviews, and I'm going to do a good job for my listeners. Your ex-partner thinks he's such a fucking big deal that he's going to stand in a hotel room 8 blocks away, and people are going to come to him like he's Jesus. Comment on that. Big mistake, right?
That was a mistake.
Big mistake.
You can't put what the motivation was. I mean, maybe Mike just felt that, with me there, I got the NFL radio network there, too, from Sirius.
Right.
Maybe he felt that would be an uncompromising situation. But as you say, in that situation, the big spots are not going to walk 8 blocks to do a 15-minute interview on
Is it fair to say that Mike made a power play and completely failed?
Power play might be a little too strong, but I had 56 guests that week. Mike had 26 guests that week.
And isn't it true? Let's get into some more gossip here, and I'm going to air all the dirty laundry. Isn't it true that Mike's big thing was he was always had a personal relationship with Bill Parcells? Him and Bill Parcells, super tight. Bill Parcells, my best friend. Like you had nothing to do with anything. And isn't it true? Bill Parcells gave you an interview and didn't do an interview with Mike.
How did you know that?
How do I know it? Because I follow everything that goes on here.
Was it Howard listening to Super Bowl talk?
He's got a satellite on his head tracking.
He liked Arizona plus the 7.
That's why Mike, you irritate the shit out of him. You got Bill Parcells. His so-called good friend Bill Parcells didn't even do an interview with him.
That was a little dicey. I didn't understand that either myself, but I did get Parcells on Friday at 5:35. So Friday before the Super Bowl, Bill's sitting there for 15 minutes Friday at 5:35.
With you.
Well, that was a very... Now, he was doing it because he was promoting Gatorade.
Right.
So it's not like he just said, I'm going to do Chris Russo today. He was there for a reason, to promote a product.
Right.
But the 2 channels that he did, you'd be proud of this, was only Sirius. He did the NFL channel on 124, and he did us on 123.
Did you
Nothing else.
Have you heard that your old partner Mike is out of his mind over this? Is an embarrassment.
That I did not hear.
It's an embarrassment.
Where did you hear that?
Gary, have we heard that?
I hadn't heard that.
Me neither. I just made that up.
But what I did want to say is...
I did hear.
What?
Isn't it true Mike's wife has offered herself to you?
No,
come on. Am I right?
Howard.
Do you think at this point Mike's wife wants to have sex with you more than he does? Come on, tell the truth. Come on.
She does.
Don't say that.
Did you ever want to have sex with Mike's wife?
I can't answer that question.
Go ahead.
What do you have?
I was a big listener of the show on terrestrial radio. The thing about the Parcells story that I find interesting, wasn't one of your biggest on-air fights that you guys had over Parcells? I heard you guys had a fight where you didn't talk to each other for months.
A long time, 96.
Yeah, but it was over Bill Parcells.
Part of it.
Why
and
was
then
it
I
a
had
fight?
a big fight with Parcells, too, so we've made up.
Why did you have a fight over Bill Parcells? It's almost like ridiculous.
Because Bill left the Patriots after the 96 Super Bowl when he had a year left in his contract.
Right.
He did a bad job with it. He didn't like the owner, Bob Kraft.
Right.
So as a result, he wanted to go to the Jets. And I thought Bill did a terrible job of not living up to his contract.
And you were vocal about it.
And I was vocal. Mike took the other argument. He hates Kraft. Why can't he leave? He did a good job there. So we had this split. I say, Bill, you can't leave. You got to live up to your contract. And Bill had a history of doing that because he did the same thing with the Giants.
Right.
And Mike went the other way. You know what? He gave him his life. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And so that was a major problem.
You felt the reason you got so upset was not because of Mike's opinion, but Mike was really defending a guy who was he thought was his personal friend. So in other words,
it was a tricky situation. Because
he wasn't being a true broadcaster. He wasn't telling the truth. Is why you got upset, right?
No wonder he's pretty smart. I have to admit.
In other words, you're saying you felt he was doing a cover-up.
Oh, that was 12 years ago too.
But Howard, that was a legendary fight. You guys didn't talk to each other off the air for
a long time. That was a rough one.
Is that uncomfortable when you?
Oh God, could you do a talk show? How about if you and Robin hated each other so much you're going to a bed and you didn't talk?
We do.
Did you hear that?
But you still talk. You do a show together.
There was a couple of times where Robin clammed up on me, though, right?
There was one extended period.
Yes. What, a week, a month?
No, it was a good couple of months, right?
Couple of months,
yeah.
That's right.
And how did you soothe it out? How'd you smooth it over?
I banged her so hard she loved me. It was a sexual tension.
I had to say stop. That broke the silence.
I'll let this guy. Give me 5. Give me 5. Give me 5.
10, you motherfucker. Get over here.
That was
I'm going to hug you.
That was a very tricky situation at that Super Bowl.
And after all of that, Parcells still goes to you. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
I don't know. Again, he was promoting a product, but for whatever the reason,
he didn't do his friend.
We got him 15. We got him on for 15 minutes.
Wow.
That Friday at the Super Bowl, you'd be proud of this. Now I know you're not a big sports fan. Friday at the Super Bowl, that's a huge show. Friday before the Super Bowl, Madden, Costas, Ebersol, and Bill.
Wow.
That's a big show.
That's a good guess.
And the day before was Bruce. You heard about that, did you not?
Yeah,
we heard you got to interview your idol.
And I heard you with McCartney. I know you had him before. I heard that a month ago. That was a great spot. I heard it on the Saturday replay.
Yes.
He did it at 8 o'clock?
Yes.
I heard it. My wife and I driving home. And my wife doesn't listen to Howard. And she said, my God, that was a tremendous spot.
Well,
so there you go. Even at your esteemed status in life, you found a new listener in my lovely wife.
There you go. Well,
how about that? But I did do Bruce. That was fun.
And when you met Bruce, I know you almost came in your pants, right?
I had to be.
You really love this guy.
I love him. Yeah. Well, I have 30 years.
Were you intimidated? Were you able to do the interview?
Oh,
with him?
absolutely.
And you got some information out of him?
Bruce, that's a tricky spot. I mean, he doesn't know me that well. He sits down, he doesn't like doing that was his first press conference he did, by the way, at the Super Bowl since 1987.
What did you learn about Bruce Springsteen after interviewing him? Did you learn anything new?
I asked him about Danny Federici, his organ. I asked him about the 90s, the period, because there was the same article, the same issue that Artie was in Rolling Stone.
Right.
Bruce is on the cover.
Right.
So I made sure I read that prior to the spot.
You were prepared.
I was prepared. And don't forget, last year at the Garden, thanks to John Landau, we got backstage. And I hugged Bruce 4 times after a Madison Square Garden.
And he's still wondering, who is that guy?
4 times.
Was that a bit much? Was Bruce put off by that?
You know, I don't know. Maybe he was, but I was just being me.
Yeah.
I was just being me.
And Bruce was probably a little turned off to be hugged 4 times.
Mike.
4 times.
And when people come up to you, I'm sure you have
Mike.
some... Chris, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm calling
okay.
you Mike. Oh, my God.
Call him Mike.
Sorry.
Who cares? What the hell's the difference?
No, but Chris,
Call her Howard.
If somebody came up to you who was a fan and started hugging you time after time, what would you think?
You know what? I would take that as I would be honored by that.
Yeah, right.
If I met, but you know, Bruce couldn't have been that upset because he let Costas wait.
What did you
when
think,
he did that spot with me?
What did you think of Bruce's performance?
Oh, tremendous job.
I did too, and yet he was criticized. You know, people are now saying he lip synced.
Oh, that's not true. I had all these guys on. I did East Street Radio. That is in. There was a microphone in Clarence's sax.
Right.
That was not a lip sync scenario whatsoever.
So you say
he
no
did
way.
He did a phenomenal job. How could you knock that?
I thought he was enthusiastic. I thought he loved being there. He could have taken the attitude, I'm a big star, I don't have to put that much enthusiasm into this. And no,
Were
he
you
did a good
okay
job.
with the changing of the lyrics?
No
to
problem
make
whatsoever.
it
The
work
Hail
for
Mary, the football.
And then the ref dropping the flag.
He's done these props his whole life.
Really?
He used to do the Detroit medley he did in the late 70s. He used to have a guy come out in a stretcher to take him off the stage.
I thought Jennifer Hudson's performance was great, but then I learned she lip synced. I got very upset about that.
I did not, is that true?
Yes.
I did not see
That's
her
right.
at the, but I thought Bruce did a tremendous
So
job.
did I. I was very complimentary about it. Now, Joe Torre you had on recently.
Yeah, I had him on last week.
I don't think your old partner Mike got him, did he?
On the phone.
On the phone. You had
him live.
I had him in studio.
What do you think is going on here? Do you think that it's finally the proof, the nails in the coffin?
I think
you're
in
the
that,
more important
let's
guy
be
in
fair.
that team?
Let's be fair.
Yeah.
I'm in New York City.
Right.
Mike's in Astoria, Queens. He was doing Letterman right after me. It's about 2 blocks away, 3 blocks, whatever it is.
Right.
So it's a little bit more convenient for Joe to come in, say hello for 30 minutes, and leave than it is to drive out to Astoria, Queens, to do a sit down in that situation.
Wouldn't it be great if Mike's show gets canceled and then that's the end?
They're not going to do that.
Come on, wouldn't that be great? Come on, they could. They could.
are not
There's a
gonna
good chance. I hear talk.
19, you did not
come
hear
on.
talk.
I hear
19 years, Howard. I mean, there's a relationship there.
With you.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still on the air, isn't he?
Maybe you're finally getting your shot at proving that you were more important than he was, and I like that. Now, this Phil Mushnick, he's still after you, right?
Not as much as he used to. His basic theme has been Chris Russo, quote, remember him.
Oh.
So his basic theme has been, well, where did he ever go? I disappeared from the face of the earth by jumping on.
Right.
Let me tell you,
there are a lot of people who say that satellite is like a no man's land, like you're in exile.
You're here building a business, and the fact of the matter is that they can say that all they want, but now they see they need you back. You see, by leaving, sometimes it proves something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they learned that with you when you
and
left.
They're going to learn it with you, my friend. The ratings are going down. I'll get the full ratings. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, they said this. Even Leno, were you mad by Leno when the big New York Times thing around Christmas? Did you read that?
Leno can say what he wants.
And Leno said, where did Howard go?
Because where can he... First of all, Leno wants to attack me because I attack him every day.
Oh, I didn't realize
He's
that.
a piece of shit.
Oh, I didn't know this.
He's a
So this is new.
motherfucker, bland, doesn't take a stand on anything, asshole. And the only guy he ever criticizes is me.
That's where that comes from.
Of course.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm learning something.
See?
Where did Howard go? Howard went to build a business. And guess what? It's going to succeed. Don't count me out, jackass.
Well, you know what I want to ask, Chris? How has satellite freed you? I know you got rid of Mike, but how has satellite freed you?
I could do anything. I could. What'd you say?
I said, look at you. You can see it. It's on your
I
face.
could do anything I want on that radio.
You had gay sex the other day.
I just wondered if he's taking advantage of all this
I could
freedom.
do anything I want on that show. I have a 5-hour painting every day.
Yes.
And I don't have. Nobody's going to tell me what to do, how to do it. If I want to put, anybody on the radio. I could put anybody on the radio.
I mean, Rob, in terrestrial radio, he's naked right now. and he never used to appear.
I heard you talk about that earlier today.
What about A-Rod? I know you're probably sick of talking about it.
You know,
do you care about this?
Oh, I do, absolutely.
This is a big deal.
This is a big deal?
Yeah. God, yes. I mean, A-Rod cheated. What else do you want?
Why is he with Madonna? I mean, he could get
I've been saying that. She is ugly. She's 51 years old.
He could get
I don't see anything wrong with her age.
Do you think there's something wrong with him that he would date? I mean, he could get any piece of ass he wants.
And Cynthia's not beautiful either. The wife.
I think she's better than Madonna.
I agree with that.
Come on.
Madonna's an old she's a great singer, but she's a has-been.
Right.
I've been saying this on the air for weeks.
And no one pays attention.
But see, A-Rod is a guy that is very swayable. So he's led by a leash. And Madonna's got a big personality who gets into A-Rod's head and convinces him of things. And that's why he goes to those meetings. He went to all the
meetings.
Do you know he was holding the Torah at the temple?
Yeah, I
knew
heard
that. Yeah, he was A-Rod's holding the Torah.
A-Rod, but okay.
Howard came up with a new name for him. He calls him A-Royd now.
They say that in the paper, too.
A-Royd.
Really?
Yeah, how about the A-hole that was in the post?
Was great.
That was a rough one.
But here's the point. If Major League Baseball wanted to get rid of steroids, they could. They knew he was doing steroids. They have lists of people who do steroids. They don't make a sound about it.
The 104, they just said, you know what? We're going to ignore that, and we'll set a standard now.
I heard you guys say that today. Now, remember one thing. You got to give the union a lot of grief here.
Right.
The players' union. The players' union in baseball, unlike the other unions in other sports, has an amazing amount of power.
Right.
They are basically 50%. C-League and the owners, and obviously the Players Association. So you have the owners who got to the party late. Don't get me wrong. They didn't pay attention. They didn't care when McGuire and Sosa were hitting all those home runs.
They knew.
I understand that. But C-League, I think, when it got the last 5 years, has wanted to get this problem out of Major League Baseball. And the union will not allow that to happen. Now, you know this whole scenario about the tipping of the players?
Yes.
There was 104 players in 03 who tested positive.
Right.
Those tests were not supposed to be made public. This is where A-Rod comes in.
Right. How do you think those things got out? Do you have any idea?
4 sources, I think a couple of government sources, a couple of ex-players who feel ostracized by the union because they were maybe steroid users, and the union hasn't protected them. But here's the issue. 4 players told Sports Illustrated this week that the union in 04 tipped off all those players of when subsequent testing would occur.
Oh, boy.
And get yourself clean.
Wow.
That's against the Major League Baseball Players Association. That's against the MLB agreement.
Right.
So you have a union in 04 that doesn't want players to get nabbed with steroids, and there was going to be random testing, so they tipped the players off.
Right.
Well,
That's
I thought it was interesting that A-Rod, the first thing he said after the story broke was talk to the players' union.
Right.
He did not say talk to my
Good job,
people.
Robin's on top
Robin
of it.
knows
the players'
something.
union.
Yes,
Good
that's
job,
true.
Robin. That's exactly right.
So here's the thing. Mushnick, let me get back to him. He criticizes you, and I don't understand why. He says, after you appeared on Letterman, did you ever hear this quote?
Go ahead.
All right. Chris Russo was invited on David Letterman, not as a talent, but as a forced and freakish cackling clown.
Oh, really?
Listen to this.
Wow.
When was this? What date? Do you got a date up?
September 2008. And once again, Russo delivered. Now, let me tell you something. I don't see you that way. I see you as a knowledgeable sports guy who knows how to entertain and enthusiastic
about sports.
What's the bug up this guy's ass?
He doesn't like Mike or me, by the way. He hates Mike,
right?
too.
Oh,
he hates
okay.
Mike, too.
Right. Is he jealous?
He's, I don't know. He wants every sportscaster to be vanilla, talk about consumer issues. A sports fan don't want to talk about the consumer.
You want to hear real opinions from
Who
real
hit the
men.
home runs? Who won the games? Why did this team lose this game? That's what the sport fan wants to hear. And Mushnick is not as much interested in that. But I did read that. That's when I did Letterman after I did you.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
I did. That's when I did.
And you had a good appearance.
I'm doing one again tomorrow night.
So obviously they like you.
Something's up. And I've been on here for 10, 15 years.
Is your office here at Sirius across from Tim Sabian's?
Yes, right across the street.
What is he eating to make him so fat?
Oh, I know. He's gained a ton of weight.
Now, the walls are glass, right? So you can see right into
I can
Tim's
see.
office.
He's got that big board in front of him, eating muffins here, egg sandwiches there.
You can
Is
see
that true?
Oh, God.
Will you call me when you see him
I will.
eating?
Would you like me to do so?
Does it disgust you when you you see so much food?
Well, when I see the egg yolk dripping from his cheek, that's a little much, Howard.
Too much. It really is. What do you mean? You went to see the movie Dark Knight. I know you're a movie fan.
Yeah, I didn't like. Boy, you are on top of this. I didn't see it. I had it delivered. I saw it at home.
I liked the movie.
You did?
Yes, I thought it was good.
My wife loved it too.
Not great. Good.
What did you find wrong with it?
I can't get into that Batman stuff. I mean, give me
you don't like Batman at all.
Give me Eartha Kitt. Give me Julie Newmar. Give me the mid-'60s with Burgess Meredith, things like that. Didn't like that much.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, Ledger was great, though.
Yes. You are on a roll,
good
but he will not win the Academy Award.
Who will win that supporting one?
Supporting will be the guy in Doubt. What's his name, Rob?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I'll tell you, he's a supporting. I didn't see that. You see that yet?
Terrific. Fantastic.
Did you see Revolutionary Road?
Yes.
Did you like that?
No.
What's the matter with it? I saw that. I liked it.
Too talky, too boring. I understand it's showing you how marriages can go wrong, relationships and this kind of thing, but I didn't like it.
It wasn't terrible, but hard to watch. That's not a feel-good movie.
Here are the great movies right now, and there's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them. I haven't seen as many as I like.
Wrestler.
I think it was great.
Fantastic.
You did think that?
Come on, you're a wrestling fan?
I did not think it was great.
I thought it was great. Slumdog Millionaire. Great.
Everybody loves that.
Did you see it?
Not yet.
It's great.
I will see it.
Did you see Doubt? No.
Not yet. I will
That's a great
see it.
movie.
Gran Torino.
Great.
Did you like that too?
Loved it. You didn't like that?
I haven't seen it yet. Eastwood,
Well,
Detroit.
you're way
I'm way
behind.
behind. Well, I got 4 little kids. It's not that easy.
New Liam Neeson movie.
I didn't see.
Great. Taken. Wow.
Did you see Rachel Getting Married?
No.
Yes.
I liked it. Did you like it?
No.
Why
Who
not?
knew you like these women?
Oh, I
these
like
chick flicks.
Hathaway is good.
No, this was not a good movie. It was a bunch of bullshit. You
didn't like that?
I'll tell you what was good, though. The one Woody Allen just made.
Oh, Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Cristina Barcelona.
I love Johansson.
That was a good movie.
I love Johansson.
Did you see that movie?
I saw Woody's Johansson Match Point, which came out a couple years ago.
I'm not asking you about Match Point.
Oh, it's a
But
good
Vicky
movie.
Cristina Barcelona. that's
Did
what
you
got
see
me
Last Chance Harvey yet? With
What?
Hoffman and...
No.
You didn't see
Oh,
that?
no, I
And
haven't
I
seen
won't
that.
see it.
Emma
You see
Thompson.
Benjamin Button yet?
Yes.
You like that?
Yes.
Too Forrest Gumpish?
It was Forrest Gumpish, but I liked it.
You did like it.
I like Forrest Gump, and I like Forrest Gump, too.
This guy wasn't retarded. That
I
was
thought
what was
Rourke
different.
was great in The Wrestler. But I
Because-
thought the movie was a little too predictable at the end.
And
you
the
know, he
best
couldn't-
one, the best actor award will go to Sean Penn for Milk. Did you see that?
Not yet. I will.
You were upset with a gay theme movie?
No, no
Are you
problem.
afraid to see Sean Penn kiss another man?
I heard
Anal
it was,
fisting?
I heard there's a couple themes in there you got to deal with,
Yeah.
but I have no problem with it.
He's
I heard he
very
was great.
strong.
You
It's a
see
great
Forrest
movie.
Nixon?
Yes.
Like that too?
Fantastic.
I hear he was the best. Langella did the best job of any actor.
But no.
Have
Sean
you
Penn,
seen it?
Not yet, but I will see these.
He only hears things.
No,
He
I
hears
love
about
movies. I love them. Love movies. Old time movies. I love that stuff.
And the winner will be Sean Penn. The best actress will be Meryl Streep.
That won't be Winslet.
No, and
It'll be
she was great.
Winslet.
She
Will
was
she
great.
get the supporting actress? Not no, she. Which one
Winslet.
is she nominated for? In the
I
Golden
don't
Globe, she got
Winslet-
both. Which one is she nominated for in the
Winslet-
Academy?
The Reader. I
For
think.
the reader.
Oh,
and
did you
is
see that?
Fantastic.
Do you like that too?
I loved it. It's a great year for movies.
It is. It's a
else
tremendous year.
Everything else is in the dumper, but the movies
Oh,
are
the
The
great.
movies are
are
great.
great. Boy, you look at Howard's on top of it. I'm impressed by
I
that.
know about everything.
Well,
You got all my information.
In bad times, people do turn to entertainment
Escape.
and sports.
They escape.
Art
That's-
sometimes excels during a bad time. Why do I yell?
I don't know.
All right, Ralph,
we
you're
have
on
microphones.
it's not Mike. It's Chris.
No, I said we have microphones.
Oh.
What's wrong with you?
You call him Mike one more time. I'm not
I
asking you to
said
leave.
we have microphones.
He's Chris. He's
We
the
have-
one. He's the
His
winner.
name is not
He's the one. Mike is the loser.
microphones. His name is Chris.
Do we have Ralph on the phone?
Ralph's on the phone. Go ahead, Ralph.
Never been a big fan of what? Mike, Chris, what's his name?
Chris.
Jeez, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
But forget the sports. He's 100% right. That new Batman movie sucked. The best Batman is the original Adam West.
He doesn't like any Batman.
See, I don't like the comic strip stuff in the 20s, which is all these Batmans are based on. I like the TV series.
No,
with Batmobile,
if you were a
Burt
real,
Ward, that's
if
what I
you
like.
were a real
That was the
comic book,
best.
if you were a real comic book fan, which I am, I grew up with comic books.
Yeah.
The thing that I waited for was that someone would make a serious movie about comics. In other words, not treat it like a joke. The original Batman series was not good.
Yes, it was.
Because they
great.
treated it like a joke.
You're right. It wasn't
I mean, Batman had a gut.
No, he
didn't. He had tits. I mean, Robin was
They said silly things.
The boom pow.
The boom pow. Holy cow.
What is so great about Spider-Man, the Hulk, all these movies, there's a realism. They treat it seriously, and they give it its due. And these are great stories and great characters, and I don't want jokes in my superhero movies.
Yeah, but
they're trying to make
it, and I know it.
They're trying to be serious with a superhero character, and to me that doesn't work.
So, do you like any of the superhero movies? Did you like Iron Man?
I did see Iron Man. I know I saw the Hulk one.
Did you like?
You saw the Incredible
which was pretty
Hulk?
good.
Hulk was
with
good.
Norton. He's a good actor.
He's good.
The guy's a good actor.
So what are you talking about?
Well, I saw that with my kids, so that I see the Transformer stuff. Spider-Man, I liked. I liked I liked Spider-Man too. I mean,
you liked it. It was fantastic.
What about Iron Man? Did you? Like
I didn't see Iron Man yet. Did you see Iron Man?
Yes,
Well, you go to a lot of movies, Howard.
I love movies. You know, I could have been a great director. You know that. I am a great actor.
Well, you're very
Anyone
creative.
who saw my movie saw that.
And you
Private Parts. That's another thing. That was a hot movie.
I got robbed that year. I should have won the Academy Award.
You didn't even get nominated.
No, I won the Blockbuster Newcomer Award.
You were.
Did you really?
I did, and
that was a very successful movie.
And I beat out many major actors.
Who were newcomers too?
Who did I beat?
Who was in that class?
I don't want to say, Robin. You tell people.
I don't even remember.
Who played you in that?
Me.
He was in that by himself?
You beat
no, we were all in it.
You beat up Brad Pitt.
Did you see the movie? I did beat Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt was a newcomer that year?
Yeah, I think I forget what movie he was in.
That was a very, very successful film.
Not only was it successful financially, artistically, it was one of the best films ever made.
Well, let's not go crazy.
No, I'm telling you. Go back and watch it.
Is that true, Robert?
Just like The Godfather, there are classes on this film.
Listen, why do you
NYU.
think they still show my film on TV? Most films come and go on TV.
Because you're such a big star.
No, that's not the reason. It's a fantastic movie. And if I made another movie, that would be fantastic, too.
Did you enjoy that more than all the other things that you've done?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Books and all that kind of stuff?
That's right.
Even this show.
More than the show.
But the show is every day. You can grind it out. You can create it.
I got on that set. I lost my mind. First of all, they have French service. You know what that is? They got waiters walking around with gloves, white gloves on,
geez,
serving food. All I got to do is memorize a few lines, go out there and act like a retard, and they're feeding me, and they built an apartment for me. I thought I was a king.
That movie made a lot of money, too, didn't it?
It did very well. At the end of the day, $80 million all combined. DVD, everything.
That movie made $80 million?
$80 million.
You gave Paul Giamatti a story on that movie.
Paul Giamatti, I started.
He's great, too. Love the Illusionist. Love the Illusionist, which is good.
I had something
You
You're right.
I got to rent that.
I told him what to do.
Can I still go to Blockbuster and get that?
What, Private Parts?
Yes.
You better go to Netflix. I don't know if you find a Blockbuster in your neighborhood.
Right, you're a little out of it.
Oh, I guess did they go
Of course you
under?
can find. Yeah, I think.
Where am I?
I think, in fact, we're behind them in bankruptcy. I'm pretty sure. All right, listen to me. You're a great guy.
You're the best, Howard.
Well, hold on.
I appreciate you always.
What is it, Gary?
Do you want to know who you beat for Best Newcomer?
Yeah, who
go
was
ahead.
in that
Go
group?
ahead. Now, just let me brag a little.
Oh, you're going to brag.
Why you
You beat Casper Van Dien for Starship Troopers.
Okay.
And Michael J. Weil, who was in Spawn.
I beat both those guys. That's right.
Wow.
I remember that.
What
Those
year
two-
did that come out? About 10 years ago?
Yeah,
That is?
I think 10 years ago.
And they were right, because look, we don't know who those guys are.
Yeah, I wrecked those guys' career after I beat them. Let's go to Lewis, who wants to say a quick hello. Come on, let him say hello. This is exciting to have you here. Mad Dog, his channel, 123, XM channel 144. And by the way, see Chris tomorrow night at 11:35 on the Late Show.
I'm not sure if I'm the 11:30 guest, as you were talking about earlier today, where you know you've made it.
Who's going to be the first guest?
I'm
out?
not sure. I'll be on the second guest. He'll get me on by 12. He'll get me on by 5 after 12.
Why go there then? You don't
because
think
I'm
you're
not
first?
you, Howard. I need the publicity.
Yeah?
You, on the other hand, you make the show.
listen,
I don't.
sometimes
You and Dave are close, aren't you?
Oh, real close. Yeah.
Aren't you friends?
We tried it. Yeah, we write each other once in a while, a little note.
I thought you two were going to try to pick that up again.
I said to him, we'll go to dinner.
Yeah.
Then he wrote me a letter back. Yeah, we'll go to dinner. But it sounded sarcastic, so I'm not going to get started.
You two.
When's the last time you've been on there?
Oh, geez, I haven't gone on there. They asked me a lot to go on.
I think it's been
Why
like
wouldn't you
2
go back
years.
on?
I don't really want to say that. I have nothing to say at that point.
Yeah, but
it's enough.
But
of that. I don't need to be
You
judged.
make people happy by having some fun there. People will enjoy that. Don't you want to make people happy and have you on 1140? That's a great spot.
I make people
Isn't
happy
it, Robin?
here.
Well, it's a great spot, but there is some question as to whether if you make yourself exclusive, if you don't drive people here by saying this is the only way you can get them.
I'm thinking of the big picture.
All right, that's the old that smells philosophy.
Lewis, you're on the air in Brewster.
Hey, Howard. How's Chris's tan today? Is it
You're not as tan as you usually.
Well, it's not the summertime.
Right. He's not that
Yeah,
tan.
he actually looks human.
Yeah. First time I met him, he was like a lizard. But he looks terrific now. I like
It's not the summertime.
You don't need to tan. Aren't you worried about skin cancer?
I should be. I don't worry about it, and I should be concerned by that.
Be careful with that stuff. Okay. Yeah. What is it, Fafa?
Chris should get on. There should be a big viewership on Letterman tomorrow. He's going to follow, I would guess, the Jonas Brothers. It says the Jonas Brothers are on first, and Chris is on next.
Wow.
You know what? That's an insult. I mean,
the Jonas Brothers. I should bring one of my kids.
You should.
Yeah. Bring your kids so they can sit there and see what a no.
I have to. I'm glad you told me that. I might look into that. And my girl loves the Jonas Brothers.
Then bring them.
And Ashford and Simpson.
And she's off tomorrow. No school.
Ashford and Simpson.
They're sitting in with the band.
Oh, they're terrific.
Goodness.
I went to see them in a small club on the Upper West Side. They own a club. Ashford
I
and
walked
Simpson.
by that the other day. The sugar something.
Is it still open?
I think so. They had a little easel outside.
You ever want to have a great night? You go out there, and it's mostly black people who perform. There's a lot of whites in the audience.
They let white people in the audience.
It's so much fun to watch all black people perform, and they sing terrifically. And they get up there. The blacks. And it's a fun night. It's great. And you eat food, and you watch it. I had a great night
They
there.
have good food?
They had good food, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Look.
I still can't believe I got the Blockbuster thing wrong, for goodness sakes.
No more Blockbuster.
Gee, what am I thinking about?
There are some.
That tells you trying to get this channel together. I've lost touch with America.
My mother called me the other day. I can't tell you. You got us into those DVDs, and we love it. And then your father and I joined Blockbuster, and now there's no Blockbuster. I don't know what happened.
Do you speak to your parents? Do you speak to your parents once a week, Howard?
Oh, yeah, at least.
Oh, you do?
Oh, absolutely.
They listen?
Sure, every day.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah, my old man's glued to the radio. Now he listens to me. When I was little, he wouldn't listen. Now he'll listen.
He was always screaming, shut up.
He had me there 24 hours a day. He was telling me to shut the fuck up. Now he thinks I'm a genius. Vinny, go ahead. You're on the air quickly. Vinny is the late-night liaison, East Coast, for the David Letterman show.
Oh, he is?
Vinny,
Hey, Chris, we spoke. We're very excited that you're coming on the show. We love you there.
I did. Okay. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate that. So we won't pay attention to what Mushnick says. We'll go in there and do a good job.
Yeah. How come those little turds, the Jonas Brothers, are on before Chris?
Because they're the new Beatles. When Chris has
oh my God.
New Beatles. Vinny, shame on you.
I know.
That is I heard you with McCartney.
It'll be a great show, Chris.
Now, Vinny, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thank you, Vin.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a wonderful spot with McCartney.
I enjoyed that.
Oh,
That was a
great. You could tell there's not that many people after this career that he's had that's going to really get him.
He gets me going. I like it.
You are so into that.
I'm into it. All right, listen.
Yes.
It's great having you.
Howard, thanks for having me.
I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job.
Well, that's the bottom line.
Check out the Mad Dog Radio channel.
It's a good
Sirius
channel. Good channel.
You got a lot of good guys on there.
You're working hard on it.
Channel 123 and XM channel 144. And let's face it, Chris made the announcement today. Even if they go bankrupt and there's no more channel, he's going to come here anyway.
I am not leaving. I am not leaving.
Broadcast, even if there's no satellites up in the sky.
I am taking your word that we'll be okay. Howard, thanks
come back and see us again.
You're the best, Howard. I appreciate all the help.
Thank you.
And get Artie, get him.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Tell him he's not John Belushi.
I'm going to tell him that's good.
And you think that'll do what?
I'm sure he's tried everything.
Yeah. I'll try it.
I mean,
tomorrow I'm going to try it.
The world's crumbling. Don't take it for granted. Success.
Be grateful for your success.
Howard, you're the best, pal.
You are too.
I wanted to ask Chris if he's being like a hands-on manager, like he has this
Can't do
channel.
that. Gotta let your host do what they want to do.
Right.
Really? So it's just like you hire them, you believe in them, you let them go.
Listen, if I see things, if I see a little mechanic that you don't love, you say something. But other than that, you let your guys do you get.
Would you listen to what he has to say?
I don't think you could avoid it when he's delivering it like that.
I don't see him in a management role.
Everybody says the same thing.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
You guys were all over the place today.
Yeah, all over. It's a harder interview to do because the first time it was sort of a novice thing. He didn't know me that well, so he wants to get to know me. So it's a little bit more of a spontaneous anything goes thing. This one, we've already done the introduction. So this one, you got to do more of a radio interview. It's a little dicier, but still had a great time. I love going in there.
You guys are comfortable.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I don't think there's any issues at all of us getting along. Plus, he likes this mic thing. He likes to play this mic angle, so it gives him something to chew on and have some fun with.
Now, you said you were concerned about Artie. I think you read his book.
I read the article in Rolling Stone. I want Artie to get healthy. This is ridiculous. Artie, life's too short. I know there's maybe some complications and issues I'm not aware of. They're paying you a ton of money to be funny 4 hours a day. Stop with the booze and everything else. Come in here and do a talk show. It's fun. You're not John Belushi.
Yes, it is.
Nice, man.
It's like good work if you can get it. I love it when you've got a camera person and a woman holding a mic. It's great.
Oh, we cover from all ends.
It's unbelievable.
So excited to be back there?
I'm thrilled. Life is good.
Life's good when you're Al Roker, right?
Life's good if you're above ground. That's what. That's the deal, you know. That's what my grandmother always said. She's not in the obituary. She makes breakfast.
Excellent.
Unfortunately, she was in the obituaries a couple of years ago. But there you go.
All right, Al. We'll see you in there.
All right.
I know that Al Roker is going to stop by later. Not much later, probably about 10 minutes. He's got a few minutes to come in and talk to us. I always like to talk to Al Roker, a guy who's successful on television. The kind of success you want, where you don't really have to be controversial and you just make a lot of money. How much do you think a guy that makes being on the Today Show doing the weather? It's got to be high six figures, I bet. Maybe even
high
seven.
6 figures?
Al Roker or a regular guy?
Al Roker.
Al Roker.
Oh, he's making big money.
I bet he makes 7 figures a year.
Wow.
He's Al Roker.
Al Roker. I'm going to ask him how much he makes and to go over his whole last 10-year tax returns and see what he's doing.
I'm sure he's quite comfortable.
The thing is that Al Roker's got, I would say he's probably making 7 figures, and guy doesn't appear to have any
from Willard Scott. He's a big name in weather.
I've checked a couple of sources. The rumor is he makes $1.5 million, but I think that's low.
I don't know, $1.5 million, that's a lot of money, and then he gets to go out and do, because he's not a reporter, he can go out and do, like, the Family Feud thing and all that.
That's probably why he does it.
Yeah.
He only has, what? The weatherman is not on that much.
I wonder if he has any demons, I mean, like...
He doesn't seem...
I mean, the food thing, he doesn't have exactly under control, because since he got that gastric bypass, he's gained back 30 pounds. That's got to be his biggest nightmare, that he's going to gain back the weight.
What an awful thing that would be for, like, your psyche. You get that operation.
And aren't weight gains usually a result of, like, some sort of emotional upheaval?
Well, Randy Jackson on American Idol, who had the same operation, looks like he's gaining all his weight back.
Yeah, because it doesn't fix that.
Well, Fred points out that the weight is just a symptom of something else.
Right.
You don't look at the weight and say that's the demon. The demon is causing the weight gain. What is that?
So what's the demon is what I'm asking.
What's he got to eat for?
What's his demon?
He ain't hungry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's more than a weather guy too. He's like a personality, He's, but I don't know, $1.5 million. That's a lot of money. You get jaded. That's a lot of fucking
money. But that's
money.
network.
Yeah. Eric, you're on the air in Hoboken. I'll take a couple of calls. Go ahead.
Good morning, King Schmaltz.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Did you go by the name King Schmaltz, or was that just the name of the show?
No, that was the name of the show, but to be called King Schmaltz is a very big honor.
Thank you. So, have you ever been with a girl, Howard, really hot, heavy, into it? And, Artie, you can try to answer this question, too. Really hot and heavy into it, you got to get in, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And she says, listen, I have herpes.
Right then?
Right, yeah. I mean, she's doing the right thing. She's not keeping it quiet.
Right. She's telling you the truth.
Yeah, but my point is, like, you're almost at the point of, and then she goes, hold it.
She could have brought that up at dinner.
Well, that's very sweet of her, actually. But go ahead. What is your question?
The question is, have you ever, said, fuck it, just, let me fuck her anyway?
Without protection, you're saying? Did you fuck her with protection or without?
It doesn't matter.
All right. Okay. Al Roker's here.
really?
Because I know we only have a few
maybe we'll
minutes.
ask him about this.
It's here already?
All right. I'll ask Al Roker if you'd like me to.
Well, I had a chick who gave me. I got chlamydia once. And
well, Al's
thank
here.
you,
I
Al.
don't know if you want to talk about your chlamydia.
Oh.
Hey, Al.
Good morning.
Al, have you ever had chlamydia? No, I haven't. You haven't? Hey, good to see you.
Al, you're just in time. I had chlamydia once.
Artie was about to
on the book.
Oh,
By the
thanks,
way.
Al. Thank you very much.
Al, we're talking about. Did you read Artie's book, or you just know about it?
No, I read it.
You read it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you,
Al.
No wonder he's depressed.
Yeah.
I know. I thought, wow, there's the feel-bad book of the year.
I think he's happy he's not me.
When you read this, did you get depressed? Honestly, I mean, it's a depressing book, right?
Actually, I was feeling a little bad before I read it, and then I thought, what the heck? No, life's okay.
Too fat to fish. We will push you over the edge.
As long as I'm not dead, I'm doing better than this guy.
Whatever your problems are, they're not as bad as his.
You could put Dr. Phil off the air. Just, read Artie's book, and everything's okay.
Well, thank you, Al.
Have you ever?
He's a cure-all.
Have you ever? When you were just about to have sex with a woman, you're about to get inside of her. Have you ever been in a position where the woman would turn to you?
Yeah.
And then say, "Look, I have an STD, I have herpes, or something like that." Has this ever happened?
It has not.
And it mean either.
No, I did get a little nervous when I had an easy pass, but other than that, it's no.
It's better than a woman saying, I have a penis.
Did you have
well, we've all been there.
Did you have a period of time in your career where you were, I'm going back now, before you were married.
Right.
That you got to have a lot of fun because you're the weatherman on the Today Show. In other words,
because you're the weatherman. No, it's not what you.
That's
people.
not a sexy.
They're not going. Oh, you are the weatherman.
No, that's not true. Because any guy who has a high-profile job, and we just figured you're good for 7 figures. We figured about you're a millionaire, right?
He laughs at you. It's 8 figures.
No. You're mistaking me for Katie Couric. No.
Are you not a millionaire?
No.
Is
Get
that
out
true?
Of here, Al.
I don't know. What's a millionaire? I don't know.
Are you worth? Is your net your assets? I mean, let's take your house out of it.
Okay.
Could you get your hands on $1 million cash?
Yeah, with a mask and a gun?
No, I mean, come on. You wouldn't do that.
Who knows? You read Artie's book and you think, what the heck?
We read that you make $1.5 million a year, minimally. Now, maybe it's more, but this was old information.
I have no idea.
And that would make sense to me. That you make $1.5 million at least a year because you're on a network show that's very successful.
You're very high profile.
Right.
It's $1 million contract. It's $1 a year for 1 million years. No, it's no. Look, I get paid very fairly by NBC.
Right.
And that's
how often do you negotiate your contract? Every 5 years?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
And do they when you sit down? What is the bargaining chip? I mean, do you have other offers from ABC and CBS? Is that the way it goes?
I don't play those games. It's like, look, you want to do a deal? Let's do a deal.
You never say to them, listen, I'm sure CBS has come to you at one point and said, we need a little magic from the Today Show.
You've taken meetings, haven't you?
No, I don't do that.
You never took a meeting with
I had a meeting once with Mel Karmazin when he was at CBS, just to say hello.
Right.
But that's because I just found him an interesting guy.
So the negotiation goes, hey, NBC says
I'm not even in the room. I don't even go.
No, but NBC says, here's what we're going to pay. Can you put up with it, or do you ever argue
Things
the
go
point?
back and forth.
They do.
Sure.
Okay.
Come on. It's
you
a
try to
negotiation.
get something.
Of course. So a box of Ritz crackers, something.
But women are attracted to a successful man, and I would imagine that just being on television, having a high-profile career, you get invited to a lot of things. You have your friends that are celebrities.
I get invited. We don't go out that much. I mean,
understood. But I'm talking about there had to be a period of time.
But you got to remember, when I was single, I wasn't on the Today Show.
Oh no?
Yeah, I was doing local news. So.
Was it a mind-blowing dream for you when Willard Scott? I mean, there was a point where Willard Scott looked like he'd be there for the next million years. When Willard Scott started to slow down, they started to determine that he wasn't as hot as he used to be.
Actually, and this is a true story.
Yeah.
Willard was the one who decided he wanted to step back.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's on the Today Show twice a week.
Is he? Yeah, I
he
don't
does
get to watch it.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Yeah, you don't have.
I'm here.
We're the monitors. Why aren't you watching TV?
We should be.
Come on.
But Willard is still around.
Yeah, he does the 100-year-old birthdays, twice a week.
But it was a dream come true when you got that gig. That's the gig of a lifetime.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, when I got to New York, and you remember because we had WNBC and Robin. When I got
to do weekends at WNBC. I thought, you know what? This is the greatest. Maybe Frank Field might leave in 4 or 5 years, and I might get, the early show during the week. So. God's honest truth, the Today Show wasn't even on my radar.
Right. You didn't say, oh, this is my ambition.
Yeah, please.
You were just happy to...
I was so thrilled. The first time, because I don't know if you remember Live at 5, Don Pardo would be there, doing the announcing. Yeah. And the first time he said, Al Roker with the weather. I thought, this is it.
How did you get that job? I mean, was your ambition to be a newsman?
No, my ambition, to be perfectly honest, I did not plan to be on TV. I really didn't. I was going to be a producer or a director, something like that, a writer. And at the end of my sophomore year in college at SUNY Oswego, they were looking for a weekend weatherman, and my department chairman, who had told me I had, God's honest truth, I had the perfect face for radio, put me up for a job doing weekend weather at WHEN in Syracuse, New York.
That's a TV station?
It's a TV station.
You were a sophomore in college.
At the end of my sophomore year.
And a professor says to you, go try out for this job as a weatherman.
I did a tape at school. He took it down for me because he worked part-time at the station.
That's a miracle. I mean, how many guys a sophomore in college get any kind of job?
And do you stay in touch with that guy?
Unfortunately, he passed away last year, just about a month, right around the same time my mom passed. And he was just this guy, Lou O'Donnell, Dr. Lou O'Donnell.
If it wasn't for him, you might never have even thought to do this.
Not even. It wouldn't have even been on my radar.
And you went down there and you passed the audition right away.
Did the audition. The guy gave me the job. I was making $10 a newscast on the weekend.
Were you awful? You were the newscaster.
I was the weatherman.
I was the weatherman. Were you awful at it?
I wasn't good.
Did you have an affect? Were you like trying to find? I know I was horrible on the air.
I was kind of like just kind of doing funny stuff, but
not nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous in the beginning, but after a while, I mean, I think one of the things is you forget after a while you're on TV or you're on radio. Right. You're just you.
Yeah, but that happened rather rapidly.
Look, me was at that time a 19-year-old college sophomore, so how good could that be?
So when you did this, you said, hey, maybe I can make a career out of this?
Well, you know what? I was thinking I'm going to do this until I can get a real job directing or doing something like that.
Right.
And then I got a job in Washington, D.C., which is where I
right out of Syracuse.
Yeah,
you sent the tape?
6 months after I graduated. A guy, one of my competitors, sent the tape to a friend to get me out of the market.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Which was nice. I was like, hey, I wasn't even looking for a job. And,
were you that popular? In other words, had you really caught on with people?
Yeah, but I was in Syracuse,
But you were still in college, right? So when you showed up...
Yeah, I graduated...
You showed up at sophomore year in college, and you're now the local weather guy who's a big deal... You weren't getting tons of women?
You're a celebrity on
you know
campus.
what? Because nobody watched, none of the college students, nobody watched TV.
Yeah, but that's big news.
Yeah, but they didn't.
There's no sophomore that gets a job like that.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
I wasn't a jock. I was driving down 40 miles down to Syracuse doing my thing.
Were you struggling with your weight at that point?
Oh yeah,
always your whole life.
Always my whole life.
Were you obese as a child?
You know what? It's funny. What you think of as obese. You always have this idea of what you are. Right. And then I look at the pictures. And, well, geez, I wasn't that fat.
But you thought you were.
But I thought I was.
And it almost leads to you getting fatter because you go, I'm just fat.
What the hell? I'm fat.
And were you so it was kind of like you? Did you have a giant afro at some point?
I never had a giant afro. I mean, in college I had a little bit of an afro, but my hair was already starting to recede.
I see.
Yeah.
And then you shaved your head.
I just, cut it down. I mean,
when your hair went, were you devastated, or
no,
you didn't care? You look good bald. It doesn't make a difference to you. Who cares?
I'm a black guy. We all look good bald.
Were you ever a black radical?
Right?
Did you ever join the Black Panther Party?
That's what I say. That's what Artie said.
You're such a
radical?
Yeah. Were you ever radical? Did you ever have the glove, the fist, nothing?
No.
Never got into any of that.
I mean, look, I didn't have enough hair to even put the pick in the back. You had a bigger afro than I did.
I had a red, black, and green afro pick.
There you go.
I was way on top.
That folding one?
The folding. Yes, I used it as a weapon. So
because I'm sure there were a lot of pick fights in Long Island.
Oh yes. Well, actually, where I grew up, there were people would use those as a.
Oh, that's great.
On Long Island, where I grew up, everybody had an afro pick.
Fight.
You never heard of a pick fight?
Heard that.
In school, my school, I went to Roosevelt, which is an all-black school.
Yes.
We had afro picks, and people would actually use them as
weapons. They would gore each other with afro picks.
There was nothing wrong with that. It was perfectly acceptable.
People were coming into the emergency room with these little 8-pronged stab
We got another
wounds.
pick stabbing coming in.
It seems like a perfect life. I mean, do you have any demons? We were discussing. So when you were eating a lot, There has to be a demon behind that. There has to be something that really troubled you. Did you ever go into therapy to find out what that was?
No, before you have the gastric bypass, you actually have to have some sort of counseling.
Therapy?
Right,
counseling,
yeah.
So to make sure you're not crazy.
Right.
And
they must have lightened up on that.
Yeah, they really did. They just, she went out for a burger, while
they want to make sure that
your
expectations aren't too high, or that you're just not going to undermine the surgery.
No, and
now they want to make sure you are crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Because who else is going to? Only a crazy person going to have somebody actually come in and rearrange your insides.
It is nutty, right?
It's crazy, But
you were in dire straits.
Yeah, look, I've struggled with this my entire life, and at a certain point, it becomes this. You say, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I'm not losing weight. Oh, what the heck? I'm just going to eat.
Right.
Then you hate yourself because you're gaining weight. So,
right.
Well, how are you going to feel better? Well, let me have another burger.
You gained 30 pounds from your original gastric bypass.
Which was 7 years ago.
Did that scare the hell out of you?
No, actually, because look, I've got this range where I am now. I'm never going to be, back where I was.
Right.
It's physically not possible.
Why do you say that?
You know what? Because I have when I eat way too much.
Right.
I feel horrible. I mean, I get nauseous. I will not go into the details.
But you do that every once in a while.
No, yeah, but so far and few in between times now that it's not.
You mean you get nauseous because of the gastric bypass? Because it doesn't allow you to really
to go hog wild anymore.
Right,
you just can't.
So when you gain back to 30 pounds, you start to have nightmares. Oh my God, I'm going to return.
No, because it's not like it all. I woke up one morning and it was like, oh, hey, where'd that come from?
Right.
It was kind of gradual. And I know it, but I go.
But do
I
you
have
find yourself looking at people who have had gastric bypass and have been unsuccessful? For example, Carney Wilson, who had it, is back to being huge again.
But she didn't have babies, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Randy Jackson, American Idol. I watched that show. He is getting heavy again. I mean, he's getting really heavy again.
I haven't seen that.
I think he is. Am I wrong, Robin?
I don't watch the show, but I have noticed him from time to time, and I think he has put on some weight. But
which is actually
common.
natural.
It's
okay.
common.
It's not
But
unusual.
I think he's gaining a lot of weight. That's the scary part of
What's
this.
the statistic,
maybe
Al?
you know what? I don't know.
It should be pretty high of recidivism.
Well, look, it's less than if you don't have it done, but it's still there's a recidivism.
So I get the feeling you never had the wild sexual years. Part of becoming famous and being successful like you are, you never had the orgy scene. You never had two girls at one time.
No.
Do you feel like you missed out on something?
No, because I don't multitask well.
Are you not that sexual?
I can't. No, I have no drive.
You told me you never watch porn. Was that because you want to keep your image squeaky clean?
No, I just I always am worried that somebody's going to, oh, look, here's his rental records. Here he's watching.
Oh, what would be so wrong with you?
Nothing wrong.
Al Roker admitting
nothing wrong
porn.
with it. I would rather see a good comedy than bad porn. Yeah.
So you don't get worked there. You don't want to see anybody naked.
I would rather see Kevin James and Paul and Paul Blart.
Did you see that movie?
I did. It's
Was
very
it funny? I haven't seen it yet.
And your kids are older now. I mean, I got my middle girl is 10 and my baby boy is 6. So I'm in the middle of that. By the way, if you've got small kids, do not take them to see Coraline. That is a dark movie.
Oh, it's scary.
Woo!
A lot of these cartoons are scary. Were the kids scared when they saw that?
My older one wasn't, but my younger boy was.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's a frightening movie. Wow.
And now,
I can't believe I'm on Howard Stern talking about Coraline.
But what is it? That's a tough thing. Now, because you're successful and rich, do you live mostly in a white neighborhood or a black neighborhood?
I live in a Filipino neighborhood.
No, the reason I ask that is it hard for your kids who are black to meet other black kids?
Actually, they go to a private school here on the east side, but that has a very, very diverse population. In that, in my daughter's class, the kids, about 40% of the kids are non-white.
There is some diversity at the top now, Howard.
Is there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But that's an issue for you, right? You don't want your kids to feel like they're the one black kid
right.
in the sea of white
and the good news is they're not. There are more kids. There are more kids of color in her school than there are in the public school in our district.
Right. So
better get her in that public school.
Yeah.
They need help.
That's right.
So, Al, you went ahead and you made another one of these DEA type shows.
Yes.
Al has a successful series going. He's branching out.
Yes.
He can't just do the weather. He always wanted to be a producer anyway. And first of all, I should mention you were the host of the Celebrity Family Feud, which I'm very jealous of. I would like that job.
Oh, it's a great gig.
I would play it straight. I would just go on there.
You'd be good on that.
I would, but people are afraid of me. You see, it would be very hard to get.
You have to
celebrities.
take a chance.
You had Kathy Lee Gifford's family.
Yes, we
on.
did.
And
who did they bring?
Cody, Cassidy, Frank.
How old is Frank now?
Oh,
Frank is
700 years old?
About 76, I think.
Wow. And he was able to keep it together?
Great. He was fine.
You like Kathy Lee?
I do. I find her amusing.
Well, you guys are working together.
Yeah,
now
she's on the fourth hour of the Today Show.
Well, you're not working with her, though, are you?
No, I see her in the makeup room.
Is she not doing well with the ratings?
No, actually, the show's doing fine.
I thought I read that it was not doing well.
No, it's doing fine.
It's doing okay.
Yeah.
They'll keep Kathy Lee there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I watch it sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
They have to learn to ask a few questions once in a while and stop with all the shtick.
Well, it's evolving.
Is it?
It's evolving.
All right. So when you have on a Kathy Lee and she goes up, let's say, against Joan Rivers' family or something, there's a lot of plastic surgery in the room. Do you comment on that, but you don't say anything controversial? You're always nice.
Yeah, you don't comment on the people's physical.
You never bring up, a couple of years ago, Frank and Kathy Lee had marital problems.
That wasn't one of the questions. What do you say?
Yeah, it's not really.
100 people were asked.
Yeah,
he received anal sex.
You
read it. You do not read that?
I try not to.
You didn't know that he received anal?
I didn't know about that. No, and I don't. I probably won't bring that up today.
He asked for it. I don't know if he got it.
He asked for anal. He did not get it. You don't say to Kathy Lee.
If it's not in the notes, I'm not going to bring it up.
You would not bring that up.
No, it's not that. It's a family show.
But it's
on at 8:00.
Do you ever get tempted to say, Kathy Lee?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go for the big interview. I know you know how to play it down the line, and that's what keeps you going. But the fact of the matter, don't you just say, Kathy, how'd you feel when Frank wanted the anal? I mean, do you ever try to slip one of them?
Did you finally
no
give
pun
in
intended.
And give him
Do you see why my career gets sabotaged? Because I can't resist those questions.
He would be asking that on Family Feud.
Yeah,
I would.
And they're thinking, okay, we're not going to use this episode. not so much.
Can we see anal? Number one answer.
No.
But that's a great gig.
Yeah. Show me the Lincoln Tunnel. Okay, no.
Is that very good?
No.
Is that a high-paying job to host the
No,
Family
it's not.
Feud? It is not.
It's not.
Why do you keep getting these low-paying jobs?
Why can't you get a high-paying job?
I've got 100 low-paying jobs. I just need one good high-paying job.
High-paying jobs, like Regis does Millionaire and gets millions of dollars. Why would Family Feud?
Because Millionaire at the time was, just a huge network show. I mean, it saved ABC. It put it on the map.
Do you think that other people who work on the Today Show, like Matt Lauer, who's a news guy supposedly, and I know Matt, but he can't go out and do Family Feud. He's not allowed contractually.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're the weatherman.
Vieira is doing Millionaire.
Because Meredith Vieira was doing that prior to joining the Today Show.
She couldn't do it now, you're thinking?
Probably not.
If she had come here to do the Today Show and then somebody had offered her Millionaire, probably not.
No.
Isn't it a bit of a joke? I mean, to make a distinction between the weatherman and the news reader, it's all showbiz.
It is. Look, the funny thing is, it was kind of carved out when Willard had the job.
Right.
The irony is, I couldn't do commercials when I was on local news.
Right.
And then when I got on the Today Show,
you're okay.
By the way, you can do a commercial. Well, okay, great.
Right. So isn't it kind of strange that, in a way, maybe even Matt Lauer and all these guys are jealous of your career because you get to do other things and you get to make additional money. That's what it's about, isn't it?
I don't think so. They make good money.
They don't make great money.
What do you think Matt Lauer's
What does
making?
Matt get? You know. Okay. Al, stop it. You never looked into what Matt Lauer's making. That's a lie.
You know why? Here's the deal. Because you go down that road, and there's no turning back.
Hold it a second. Your agent doesn't go looking into that and say, hey.
He probably has comparables. He knows. But I don't want to know how much my coworkers are making. Look, everybody has an idea, but
right. What's your idea?
What is your idea? No.
When you say everyone has an idea, everyone doesn't have an idea.
Well, everybody who works in the business has
What would you
idea.
guess Matt Lauer makes?
He dresses nicely.
Give me a guess.
I'm not giving you
your best
I
guesstimate.
am not giving you you a gas.
Why?
Because I got to go back across the street and work.
But it's a gas.
I don't
you're
care.
Not saying, you see, you're not saying anything. Yes, go ahead, Fred.
According to IMDb or Wikipedia, whichever you choose.
Which Al is on every 5 minutes. Yes, go ahead.
What's the update?
Al's going to really be going crazy now. 13,500,000 annually.
Oh,
that's why you overeat
annually.
But that's why he doesn't need another job.
That's right.
All right, 13 million. Okay. What does it say on IMDb that Al Roker makes? Who's been there
that's
longer
what I
than
found
that?
out so far was like the 1.3, 1.5 area.
I wouldn't.
What?
I don't.
Aren't you as much a part of the success of the Today Show as Matt
I am.
Lauer?
Look, I am not saying that either.
More
No, not more. That's
Equally.
Look, here's the deal. Anything you read in the paper is either wildly underinflated or overinflated, and I can tell you that.
Oh, so you are saying
so he's making 26 million.
The best of your knowledge, 13 million is inaccurate.
So
You've checked it out.
He's making 26 million, and you're making 80 grand a year.
Do not believe for a minute that Al Roker hasn't looked into this thing in a big way.
He's putting the best face on this.
He's pulling an A-Rod is what he's doing right now.
I have never taken steroids.
I believe you.
Although I do have large breasts, but I have never
By the way,
steroids.
I was looking at the pictures of A-Rod this morning with his shirt off. They have a lot of them now because he announced he did steroids. He had forgive me for saying this, but he has bitch tits. He has.
I was shocked at the lack of definition here.
Yeah, he has breasts. Is that what steroids do?
I guess that's what I'm told.
Yeah, you've never worked out with steroids.
No.
You've never tried.
Oh yeah, I look like doing.
Do you work out at all? Do you go to the gym?
I do.
Be a slender guy.
You got to, right? You got to stay in shape.
I mean, I work out. I didn't do it this morning, but I work out before I come in.
How's the marriage going? Everything good?
Great.
Yeah, really? The kids are okay?
Kids are good. My oldest girl's in culinary arts school.
No kidding.
Providence. She wants to be a chef. So.
Oh, that's great.
Let me ask you something. Now, you talked about those occasional binges. What do you eat when you want to go crazy?
Either vanilla ice cream or French fries.
Really?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which are
Did you ever
both
try dunking them in?
What? Dunking them in ice? Yeah, that's right.
Artie, you dunk them in it.
French fries dunked in vanilla ice cream.
You should see what Artie eats during the show.
You haven't lived.
You would be in heaven. You would be in heaven. All right, let's talk. I know we're running out of time, so I want to make sure I get to this.
Yeah, why is Al subjecting himself to this today?
First of all, Al produced a show for Spike TV. He came in here when he produced the first one. And the series DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, this is the show. It follows the Drug Enforcement Administration agents as they bust drug dealers in Newark, New Jersey. Now,
don't come in here one of these days. You're not going to have people busting through this door, are you?
No.
Yeah. Now,
wait, in Newark? I got to be careful.
Isn't that where you score your heroin?
No. You're ridiculous.
He does.
He goes to Englewood.
Absolutely.
No,
Newark, Delaware.
Oh, yeah, I know you go to Delaware.
I don't go anywhere, Howard. Let's move on.
Anybody on the Today Show a heroin addict?
No.
No.
You haven't lived. You haven't lived until you've worked with one.
I see Matt scratching every once in a while.
No, but here's the thing. The first one you did, you said that Newark was the... how did you put it? The most dangerous city in America.
I told you, North Blacks. I'll put them up against Roosevelt Black.
No, I don't think so. One of the most dangerous cities in America. You called it that.
Right.
And when you called it that, you got into some trouble. Newark didn't like that.
It was a promo.
Okay. Oh, so you had nothing to do.
I didn't write the promo. That said, we amended the promo because, look, the city of Newark has had a tremendous turnaround, and part of that turnaround has been the fight.
People turn around and leave.
Not true. Mayor Cory Booker has done a terrific job there.
Tough job.
And law enforcement has worked really hard, and the DEA is part of that turnaround. So, if people watch the show, I think they're going to see these are people that are trying to clean up this area.
They really are. It's very difficult. In fact, I did a pay-per-view special out of Newark, and the mayor was actually at the time Sharp James was very grateful that I did it in Newark because they needed money and they needed to have people come in and not be afraid to do it. And we said at the front of the show, the carjacking capital of the world, which it was at the time. And
oh God, you couldn't park anywhere near there.
People went berserk. I said, look, it's the truth.
It's a war zone.
Newark's tough.
Remember what used to happen at the airport? You'd go, leave your car, and then you'd come back and take a cab home.
Yeah,
well, that's true.
So, if you're trying to get rid of a car, at the time, it was a great place.
So you weren't saying anything wrong, but it kind of undermined the spirit of the people of Newark.
It did, and so we changed it. And you know what? God bless.
There's one safe section in Newark, the Ironbound down X section. Because that's where I used to go when I was a longshoreman to eat lunch. all the paisans still take care of you over there. That's why.
Well, who knows? What is it, Gary?
Just looking, I didn't realize Al. I'm looking at this thing for Al Roker Entertainment. He produces like 50 shows.
Is that right, Al?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Got 50 shows.
These
now?
First of all, not all at the same
50
time.
shows.
Not all at the same time.
Dick Clark.
Okay, look at this. First of all, he's got about 17 shows on the Food Network.
All right, that's good.
Bahama Reunion, Big Bad Barbecue Show, all that stuff.
I used to feel bad for you on that barbecue show because I know Al was struggling with his weight.
Sure.
And you had the operation.
Yep.
And I tune in the barbecue show, and you're tasting everything. And that barbecue is very fattening.
Actually, the barbecue is not fattening.
What is fattening?
It's the sides that kill you.
And the sauces.
Yeah, but for example, like the way I like my ribs, it's dry rub. There's, and most of the fat is rendered off in the slow cooking process.
Yeah, I do the dry rub too. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would feel bad for Al now when he was all over the Food Channel and he'd had the operation.
Well, that was like porno for Al.
Yeah, that's my porno. You know what?
Does Al produce the Porn Olympics? Is that one of the shows? No,
but he did. He did
one of his sports shows.
He did the Whoopi Goldberg biography for A&E.
The Lingerie Bowl.
Are you good friends with Whoopi?
I like Whoopi. Yeah.
Here's one of my personal favorites for a lifetime: Intimate Portrait, Judge Judy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
An intimate portrait.
Yes.
What did you learn?
It was very intimate.
Did you learn anything?
I had sex with her.
I'm very intimate.
You did have sex with her.
I did.
I knew you did.
I did.
And she did not have herpes or anything.
No, she was great.
When you had Family Feud and you had this Kim Kardashian on, is she really a celebrity? I guess she is, huh?
Yeah. I mean, people were asking me, what was she like? What was she like? So, I mean, I didn't even know her.
Find yourself attracted to her at all?
She was a very attractive woman.
Big buttocks?
Actually, not as big as Ice-T's wife.
Oh, yes. Coco.
Oh, Ice-T and the family were on,
they were
too,
on.
yeah.
Coco is like a cartoon character.
Yes,
She's
right,
like Jessica Rabbit come to life.
You can see. I've seen her from down the block in the neighborhood. You can see her from like 100 yards away.
It's amazing. The shock waves from when her buttocks moves. Amazing.
Hey, Howard, there's just a couple other shows.
Did you have Dog the Bounty Hunter on Family Feud?
No. Yes, we did. We did.
Were you offended by him? He did say something racist. Did you work that out with him?
Look, you know what? I said everybody's worth a second chance.
Was the black daughter-in-law in the family? When
she was not at that moment.
That would have been a good family.
That would have been a great family.
That's hot.
Yeah, we put cameras in the dressing room to see what happened.
I'd like to see that one.
Oh, you got to bring them back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gary.
Here's another one I love. For E! Entertainment, he did Uncovered: The Hidden Lives of Miss USA.
No, that's good stuff.
That was good.
And then what is this show about? First of all, what's We TV? I never heard of
Women's Entertainment.
Yeah.
First Ladies of Jamaica?
Yes. It's a series on First Ladies of a country. So the first one is Jamaica. We're doing Carla Bruni of France.
See, that's interesting to me.
These are all his shows, Howard.
Wow,
He's got a ton of shows.
Very impressive resume.
Well, thank you.
I got to say. So the DEA show, which is the one you're here, the first one did very, very well.
It did. It did.
Good enough that now they've turned it into a regular thing?
Well, this is the second season. We're hoping after this airs and all your listeners are watching tonight and goes through the roof and we do season 3.
You go back into Newark?
We may go to another city. It depends.
Right, but tonight is Newark?
Tonight's Newark. The next 9 episodes, we're in northern New Jersey.
And you will be sitting with the DEA and they will go and bust people.
They bust people. They get people to flip, to give up the person above them.
Right.
And that's how they work up the ladder.
That's always interesting.
Yeah, and these two agents who run these groups, what's interesting is they've known each other since they were in first grade. You know, they're like childhood buddies.
Do you think the other agents get jealous that they get to be celebrities and the other ones don't?
You know, here's the thing. We go into an office and we basically ask who wants to be on and who doesn't. So the ones who
did you get trampled at first when you first asked that question?
No, because we had to kind of convince most of them to be on. I don't think anybody really wanted to be on.
Does this compromise their ability to actually do the job?
No, because we're not showing anything that isn't kind of public knowledge. You know, any investigative techniques. Any undercover agents' identities are concealed. Confidential informants' identities are concealed. You know, we really work very hard at
that's a lot to put together.
And the DEA takes a look at it before we send it out.
How long does it take you? You probably shoot hundreds of hours.
100 hours for every hour you see.
Wow.
Wow. How long does it take to edit that thing?
We've got like 4 or 5 editors working on every episode.
4 or 5 editors, and it must take forever to make a story out of that and to chop it down.
Well, we've got terrific. The guy who was here last time, Russell Muth, and we got a guy, Alex Eastberg, who's running, who kind of is the story editor,
right.
And Jeff Sells, who's a great field producer. You know, so they're all in their craft in this thing, and then we've got these great editors who are all putting it together. We're actually editing it in Los Angeles.
They're basically seeing what's going on, and they're sort of crafting the story in their head, and then the editors have to go.
You never appear on the show. We'll never see Al Roker pushing a perp to the ground and cuffing him.
Yeah, that would be great.
I would love to see you.
I know you would. By the way, the DEA wants, if you want to, you can go on a ride along.
No kidding.
Oh, my God. You don't want to do that, Howard.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
How great would it be if you arrested me?
You've been in a pig fight in Roosevelt, Long Island.
No, let me tell you something.
Oh, my
I'm looking to
goodness.
avoid conflict. I can only
You're
see
looking
things,
to avoid conflict.
Yes, I could see things going horribly wrong sitting, like I could see getting killed.
Right, you
These guys, come on. It'll be great to put on the DEA vest. Come on.
Come on, are you crazy?
I'll go with you. It'll be great.
Hey, can I go out? Will they take me? No, come on.
They'll bust you.
No, I want to,
It's ridiculous.
You should combine shows in the middle of a bus to a dry rub or something.
Well, look, what do I know?
Cooking and cops show. Okay.
Bust out a barbecue.
Let me tell you something, Al Roker. I always like seeing you. I like to hear about these successful people like you who go ahead, they produce shows, they're doing the weather, they're doing it all. I like to hear about your weight loss, your weight gain. I like for some reason I'm very, very fascinated by all this.
Al's one of those guys that when you see is what you get. Like everyone, my mother and everybody, the few times Al's been in here, they say he seems like such a great guy on TV. What's he like? And I go, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's like,
but how do we know he's a great guy?
I think he's genuine.
An SOB. That's the
Well,
question.
Have you ever done anything wrong?
Look, here's the thing. Like, for example, this whole Christian Bale thing.
Right.
You know what? Not that I'm condoning it or anything like that, but you don't know. It was all taken out of context. From what I understand, this guy had screwed up a number of times,
right?
And he finally snapped. Was it right? No, but
no.
I mean, Do
you ever have a breakdown like that, a meltdown?
I wouldn't go that far, but I've lost it.
You yelled at people?
Oh gosh, yes.
When are we going to hear that?
I was going to say, can somebody get us the footage?
No, I mean,
did you ever hit Deborah, your wife?
No.
Oh, stop.
No. She smacked me around a little bit.
I think she can take it.
Yeah, please. She's got sick arms. She really
Do you
does.
think 10 years from now we'll find out you had a secret family, like a second family?
No.
That guy from CBS, Charles Carroll. You think that'll ever happen?
No.
He was on the road too.
No, look,
I feel there's got to be a demon.
Here's the deal. I had to have IVF. I had to use IVF for my two kids, so it's, and my other daughter.
Did you
adopted.
really?
Yeah.
You were not able to conceive a child through your sperm?
What is going on?
Who knows? Slow swimmers. What the heck?
Did you go to a fertility specialist?
No, we just talked to them and convinced them to get going a little better.
No,
you got them a swimming coach.
You've just revealed something here.
Yeah.
Your children were conceived.
This is nothing. It's nothing. I wrote about it in my first book, Don't Make Me Stop This Car. No.
You didn't adopt kids.
Well, my oldest girl is adopted.
Oh, you adopted your first child.
Yeah. And then Nikki and Leela were conceived by
Does your
IVF.
adopted child feel less loved by you than the other two? In other words, doesn't she have an issue where she goes, oh, you love them better? Whenever she fights with you, she goes, you love them better. They're your real children.
No, she finds them annoying just because they're little brothers and sisters.
Did she ever say to you, I want to go find my real mother and father, my biological?
I don't want to. I don't. That's her.
That's her thing.
That's her thing.
Would that offend you?
No, not at all. If she wanted to, I would do whatever I could to help her do it.
I would be like, you ungrateful.
No. You know what? Look, I'm the oldest of 6, and 3 of my brothers and sisters are adopted. And you know what?
So you're used to this.
It's not a big deal.
What if she goes to look for her biological father and finds out I am her biological father? Would that upset you?
No, actually, it would vaguely make a lot of sense.
It would. She's been behaving like me.
A lot of sense. Oh my God.
So the other 2 children, you decided to go to a fertility specialist.
Yes.
So when you went there, were you nervous? I know they make you masturbate into a cup. Is that correct?
Actually, it's a thermos for me.
Into a thermos.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Bragging.
Were you nervous when? Here you are, Al Roker, you're a famous guy.
Here's I can cut to the chase for you. My biggest nervous part is it wasn't going to work.
No, but wait a second.
No,
you go to the doctor,
right?
And now you have to masturbate. So you did look at pornography because they put in the room, did they not? Magazines.
Yeah, but you know what? I can't. I'm not good at doing 2 things at once.
I don't believe that.
So I know.
You're a guy.
I'm telling you, I did not know.
You mean you closed your eyes and imagined something? In other words, you used your own imagination.
Exactly.
You're a creative guy.
That's right.
And was there pressure? Because there's somebody standing outside the door.
Right.
Saying, where's that cup?
They give you an hour. 2.
Really?
Yeah.
But how long did you stay in the room?
Given my predilection, it was only about 30 seconds.
Is that true?
No,
you were able to come that fast, even being with a nurse standing.
I don't know. It was counting.
Does your wife go with you? Does she say, "I'll help you out. I'll use my hand"?
No.
Because you would want her to create.
Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. It's make more pressure. You can do it faster yourself. I know for me, I can get it done.
You're in a foreign environment, very clinical.
But wouldn't you want your wife?
Sexy.
In other words, like if you're looking at porn, it's weird that someone else, another woman, created that orgasm.
But Al, wait a second.
Yes.
I got to understand this. Okay. I've never gone and given a sperm donation, so to speak. You go there, they have to analyze the sperm. Before they even do anything, they got to find out, do you have enough sperm?
What's going on? What's happening?
Right. You go in. They say to you, Mr. Roker.
Yes.
Do you worry that there might be a camera or something like these people want a picture of a famous person masturbating?
I wasn't until now.
I'm saying.
Now I'm thinking maybe there's some video somewhere.
Could you imagine?
Thanks a lot.
And you did not feel the least bit inhibited.
No.
Being Al Roker, masturbating.
You trusted the doctor
when you walk out, I'm being serious now because I think a lot of guys would be afraid to do this.
Dropping loads.
Right. When you take the
little cup.
When you take is it a cup?
Yeah, it's a cup.
You walk out, you hand it to the woman and say, Here
you go.
Wow.
It's in a bag. You put it in a paper bag. You have your name on it, and here you go.
And it stays good? What do they got to do with
they're
it?
taking it right across the hall.
They analyze it. They refrigerate
when
it.
they analyzed it, what did they say? You don't have a lot of sperm?
No, they say it's there. It's just low motility. They don't swim very well.
Oh, wow. You actually have a disability in a sense.
As it were.
Wow.
Well, remember, Al Campana said we couldn't swim, so.
No, but you're don't listen to him.
Or think.
So then they bring your wife in. They inject her with the sperm.
Well, no. It's
in a test tube.
It's in a they inject
dish.
the sperm into an embryo and into an egg that they've harvested. Boom.
And then they implant.
Fertilize it, make sure it's viable, and then they implant
it into Deborah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
Has there ever been mistakes where they
Plus, I had to give her hormone shots. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have there ever been mistakes where, like, a Chinese kid comes out? Like,
sure.
they actually...
Yeah, there was a famous one.
Remember the
black and white kid?
Had a black and a white kid?
Yeah.
Were you nervous about that at all?
I was hoping that there would be a mistake so that, maybe so that the kids would have a better shot at looking good.
Wow.
What about
I didn't know that you were that you had masturbated in a doctor's office.
There you go.
You
have new respect for me now.
And you take off all your clothes?
No, you don't take off your clothes.
What did you
Can't
do?
you do it at home? Can't you do it at home?
You actually you can.
And then rush in.
And then it has to be in within a half hour.
You could do that.
My cousin did this and gave birth to a zebra.
There you go.
You know what sucks about Al not having those years of banging a lot of chicks is he wouldn't have had to worry about getting someone pregnant.
He would have had a fun time.
That's why I know there are no other kids running around.
What did you think about that day when you were masturbating in the doctor's office? What was your fantasy, if I may?
I really don't remember.
French fries and vanilla ice cream.
That's right.
When you masturbate, do you think about women from the Today Show that you might have worked with, like let's say Katie Couric or
Ann Curry,
Nancy Snyderman?
That would be a great headline if you could just say you've masturbated to Katie Couric.
Katie Couric would be a hate
Give me
fuck.
that little bit of information.
Katie Couric helped me have children.
Yeah, Katie is really part of my children's lives.
Kathy Lee.
If only Sarah Palin had been on the scene at that point.
Did you find her attractive, Sarah?
Yeah, she was very attractive.
Me too. I kind of got off on that myself.
Yeah, please.
When you think about when you're doing this, now that I know that you are a masturbator, chronic masturbator, when you're doing
he
this,
uncovered something.
Do you think about a woman you've been with, or do you think about a woman that you would like to be with?
I think it depends on the day.
The day that you were conceiving,
I don't remember.
You don't remember who you're
I don't remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast
I think you do remember.
I do not. I do not.
And I think you looked at porn. What do you think of that? In the doctor's office. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I did not.
What magazines were in there?
I didn't even.
Jugs?
First, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Right. I thought, do I really want to pick this magazine up in this room?
Ooh, good point.
Where people have been. No.
You're right.
No, and in fact, to Artie's point, with Leela, it was in the room. With Nikki, I was at home.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
That's good.
That's good. All right.
So use your own porn.
Listen, you got to watch Al Roker. The man has come clean. He admits masturbating. Listen to what he admitted to today. He masturbates.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks about dirty, filthy scenarios with various people, been with and not been with.
That I worked with.
That you work with.
And he doesn't have Michael Phelps on his balls.
Right. Matt Lauer, he thinks
swimmers,
about.
Yeah.
No, you would never be gay, would you? At all?
Hey, it depends.
It depends, really.
You would never be gay.
Are you open to being gay?
It depends on the person.
Right. You've had homosexual.
I have not, but
he's just
are you attracted to Matt?
I never say never.
Are you attracted to Matt Lauer?
He is a sweet piece of man candy.
All right. There you go. That's very honest of you. A lot of guys are uptight about that. Did you cover President Obama's?
I did.
You did. Did you get to meet with him?
Did you go to Washington?
I went to Washington. We were down. In fact, I got the first comment from the president.
What did you?
Walking
what did
down
he
the
say?
parade, he said, "I said, how you feeling, Mr. President?" He said, "It's warm."
Is that what
Gave
he
me
said?
a thumbs up. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great moment, right?
It was spectacular.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are very hopeful now, and I tell you, it's exciting.
It is.
It is. Al Roker's DE8 on Spike TV.
Yes,
this
sir.
is going to be a big show for Al. In other words, this is the sophomore test, they call it.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one was successful, but will people
Can
come
you
back and watch the
repeat?
second one?
Can
There's
you
a
repeat?
lot of
That's
pressure
it.
on them for this. Al Roker,
Come
DE8.
on a ride along. Come on.
Can he do it at noon?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go at night. I got to go to bed. You know what time you go to bed? What time you got to be at the Today Show? Let me find out your schedule.
I get to the Today Show at about 5:45.
5:45.
Yeah. I go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get up at 3:30, do the thing.
Sounds great. Boom, out. And then what do you do the rest of the day?
I swing by, get some fries and some vanilla ice cream.
And then you masturbate. Make children.
That's right.
Al Roker's DEA premiere. Did you tell the kids that that's how they were conceived?
Yeah, they know.
Do you think that bothers them?
No, they've met the doctor.
They did?
Yeah.
But they really haven't pictured what their father had to do.
No. Well, they're 10 and 6, for God's sake. Come on.
Wait till they grow up and they go, Dad, where did you do this?
Yeah.
You only have to do it the once or a couple of times you have to masturbate?
I think it was once.
When they get older, will you show them the room where they were conceived?
No.
You will not. All right, okay. Al Roker, everyone, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Al.
Yes.
So you come on for DEA and you end up talking about jerking off into a thermos.
Well, I wouldn't quite put it that way, but this way. Oh,
what's that, Al?
I wouldn't quite put it that way, but a little less elegantly put. But yes, I guess that would be the crux of the matter.
So how'd it go in there?
Good. Yeah. Look, I love talking to Howard.
You always have a good time coming on.
Always
right?
good. Beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Hi, this is Richard Christie, inviting you to watch my new television show, Howard TV's Interview with a Porn Star.
I was very promiscuous.
On the show, I interview some of the most talented and beautiful women in the adult film business.
When I was about 18, I met up with Ron Jeremy.
You and I both know that not all artists work with oils, watercolors, or clay. No, sometimes they work with vibrators, dildos, or rubber fists.
Did you write all that yourself?
Howard TV's Interview with a Porn Star. New episodes premiere every week, only on Howard TV On Demand.
Turns me on knowing that I'm turning on other people.
Norm MacDonald, and I'm going to go see Howard Stern and talk to him on the radio.
What's going on, man? Anything new?
Just what I told you. I just fucking told you.
So you just here to hang out?
No, I told you. You have it on tape. Why are you asking me?
So you're here to talk to Howard?
I'm here to. What did I say?
Anything in particular, though?
No.
No.
I never think more than about 5 seconds ahead of time.
Keep us on our toes. It should be good.
I don't know. It might not be.
We'll find out.
It'll be fine.
All right, thanks, man.
Norm MacDonald here, the comedian. Used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Norm was just making me laugh. He was telling me, he said something that's so true.
What did he say?
He just did stand-up down in Florida.
Right.
Like, in Florida is such a different world with people. Like, there's a lot of creepy people in Florida, like swingers,
Right.
And he,
what?
like after you do a stand-up gig, people from the audience will come up to you, like an overly tan, like guy with a bunch of jewelry on. And they'll say, "Hey, man, I come back to my apartment."
Is Artie telling my story?
Yes, he is.
Dad, you want to tell it? You tell it.
Yeah, why don't you let Norm?
Norm's here, but
hey,
Norm
fucking
can't
bring 3
speak.
stories, and then Artie will tell one. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty
How
good.
the fuck did that work
Yeah,
out?
why do we need you?
What
Just
the
tell your
fuck?
stories to
Norm,
Artie.
what happened in Florida? Why is doing stand-up?
Yeah, that wasn't a story I brought. I was just telling him.
Why is doing stand-up in Florida? What is Artie talking about?
No, because in Florida, where I just was, they have people that, I don't know what the fuck they do, but everybody got money. I guess, like, they had coke for years, like, like thousands of pounds of coke, and I don't know if guys still do it or I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, there is a lot of coke there, but you're right. People are rich. People are rich, and you don't know why. Like they're just in your face. With
so
money.
a guy picks me up. He's the limo driver, and he's like, fucking guy goes, yeah. He goes, I can take you any place, man. Anything you want. I go, what? He goes, anything you want. He goes, I got my wife. I go, your wife? Like, I thought he was talking about like drugs or something. He starts with his wife.
He could take you to his wife.
He's got his wife.
Says I can get anything I want, and then he goes, my wife.
Don't you want his wife?
Was he offering you his wife?
I don't fucking know. But it wasn't. It was all weekend long. I just meet 4 or 5 guys, and they go, hey, so this is the wife, and this is the other wife, and how about the 8 of us?
Oh, yeah?
Well, they wouldn't say it right out, but you kind of go, oh, what are you talking about? Why
these guys are trying to deal you their wives?
No, they all want to swing.
No, you
they
don't know what the fuck. You don't really know what the fuck's going on. Because they don't come right out and say they want to fuck you.
Well, why does everyone want to swing with you, do you think? I mean,
not me, anyone.
No,
anyone.
they ask. I've gone deeper into the conversation than Norm did with these people because it's fascinating and I wanted drugs. But no, they'll tell you.
Like crazy.
They'll tell you eventually. Like, look, there's me, and this is my wife, and this is her friend Nancy, and this is my friend Ed. You know, and we'll get some ecstasy.
Ed's where it becomes problematic.
Nancy was fine.
Yeah,
Ed's
everything's going good. All of a sudden, Ed, what the fuck?
And Nancy's usually 46.
Who the fuck is Earl? Who the fuck was this guy? Nobody told me about a guy coming out of a closet whacking off with his half-hard cock. Where the fuck did he come from?
Wait, they say, well,
things were going really well in the fantasy. You, Nancy, and Shirley, and suddenly Earl walked in.
Yeah, what the fuck? You never told me. And then they're like, well, if we brought it up, we thought you'd say no. Of course I'd fucking say no.
Earl was an afterthought.
There's always a hot tub and ecstasy and pills, and they go, come back and we'll all fuck.
You know,
I don't want to fuck anybody.
Like I lived in you live in a hot climate. You live in a hot climate. There's not a whole lot to do. You rely on other people, and it becomes like an orgy state. I think that's what happened. I think, like I lived in Detroit for a while, and there wasn't a lot going on.
That's different.
And people just
Detroit?
sort of... Yeah. When I lived in Detroit, people would just sort of congregate together because there wasn't a lot of outside stimulation. You relied on others.
Right. Detroit was mostly rape.
No. Not, you're talking about the suburbs. I'm talking about in the suburbs of Detroit. You know, Detroit itself is a horror scene. But people would begin to rely on each other for entertainment. I think that's what happens. And then there's this weird, creepy thing that happens where people just start having
the
sex with each
celebrities
other.
coming to town, and we kind of know he wants to party, and he can fuck my wife and her friend, and I'll fuck him.
There's a lot. That's kind of unsaid.
Yeah.
You know, the part about where a guy's fucking me.
Who's taking them up on these offers? They
at
must
the end
be
of the
working.
night,
I
guess the idea is
Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope. So anyways, I go, no. I go, listen, basically, I'm not a fancy guy. Fred, you know that.
Really? I always thought of you as a fancy
My
guy.
thing is, like, for a sexual encounter or something, I like to lie on top of a lady. I don't need a lot of fucking shit going on.
One girl will do it. Are you currently
That's exciting enough for you.
Are you currently in a relationship, or are you playing the field?
Oh my God!
What the fuck? What are you, retarded?
Are you really having a relationship? Come on,
man. Seriously, what the fuck? Listen, I want to talk about this fucking... I want to talk about... First of all, it was funny because the guy was in here. When guys get interviewed and they're not really famous for anything except giving a guy steroids or something. Right. Because one time at Saturday Night Live, there was this guy telling Artie, there was this guy, Football Williams, and this guy is the guy that threw the brick at Original Denny's head during the riots. Remember
Football Williams is the guy who, during the riots, would throw... I remember Reginald Denny was a white guy.
Yeah.
He had the misfortune...
threw a brick at his head.
Pulled him out of the truck.
Yeah. That guy's name was Football Williams?
Yeah, his name was Football Williams.
And he was on Saturday Night Live?
No, he was on Donahue, which used to be right beside Saturday Night Live. But Schneider told me this story, Rob Schneider.
Right.
He went in, and Football Williams was there in a suit. You know, he was on Donahue.
Wearing a suit.
Yeah, wearing a suit. And he kind of recognized him, and he was like, fuck, it's that guy that fucking threw the brick at the guy's head. You know, he was all mad. Yeah. And then Football Williams goes, hey, man, you the copy guy. You funny. He says, you do my name, man. Football Rooney, or whatever the fuck. Right? So then he said, Stan Schneider said he really liked him.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. Like Artie said, he didn't like the guy who shot the steroids into Clemens, but then he met him and he liked him.
Yeah.
It was a very different kind of thing,
And
so.
you could tell he liked the show. You know what I mean? Like, that's how they get to you.
Yeah. But
listen, man, I'm always on the lookout for you guys out there in the fucking real world. You live in your little fucking
Our
bubble.
little bubble here.
There was an article about Artie.
Oh, in Rolling Stone.
That thing.
Oh, you know about this shit?
Yeah.
You read the Rolling Stone article and you
It's
thought
the
you'd tell us?
fucking weirdest fucking thing I've ever read in my life.
Do you think it's a negative article or do you think it's a positive article?
That's the best article he's ever read about.
They had an age-old debate about this fucking article.
Well, let me ask you something.
This is the only art. Listen, if you read an article about an entertainer, I think this is history. This would not. I have never read an article about an entertainer where the entertainer is described as a liar. You don't see that like if they're doing a piece on fucking Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
Not only is Elizabeth Taylor lie to people. What? You go, what?
But let me ask you
I thought I was reading about a fucking comic. What?
Norm, let me ask you a question. There's a school of thought, which I share,
Yeah.
that, Artie's book is about his
And then
drug.
she goes like, there's other shit where she goes like, he's a fucking guy that's like, kind of like these two dead guys. Andrew Dice Clay, obese, tragic clown. Like, that's a phrase. There's no phrase with obese in it. I've heard tragic clown. She tries to throw that in as if that's the phrase.
Well, I know Artie.
Obese, tragic clown.
And then I'm like David Sedaris, which is great.
No, all of a sudden she goes, I guess I'll make him a fruit. What the fuck is that? First,
So you didn't like the article?
he knows because he knows.
Understand it.
What? I didn't like the article.
You didn't like the article?
It's the fucking worst article I've ever read. This ain't no puff piece. Listen, let me tell you about. You know show business.
Yeah.
You got your puff pieces.
Yes.
And then if it's not a puff piece, what is it? Inevitably,
It's a shitty
hatchet
piece.
job.
Yeah, hatchet job, right.
Fucking hatchet job.
But let me ask you something.
Jesus, horror.
You're working up Artie into his fight, but can I give you the opposite point of view?
He's just funny. I think he's funny.
Norm.
Not being funny. I didn't think it's shit article.
Artie is in Rolling Stone, which is exciting.
Yeah, because they come and they go, hey, man, we like you. Hey, I know these motherfuckers. Hey, we like you. I mean, obviously not going to go, hey, man, we're going to fucking call you an obese clown. Here, can we take your picture?
Do you ever,
By the way,
did this ever happen to you?
Artie, why do you have a fucking sign saying no photography fucking equipment allowed in my apartment?
The picture was not good, in your opinion? Yeah.
No, the picture, I don't find.
Norm, has this ever happened to you? Were you ever the victim of a hatchet job?
No, I did.
You seem bitter.
Because people come with, obviously, she came fucking wanting to fucking fuck Artie over.
Right. Do you think so?
You think?
Of
Can I ask you
course.
something?
That's what they do when they do this thing. But
Norm, I'm trying to ask you a question.
But I had a guy that came to me one time and he actually liked me.
Yeah.
I changed his mind.
You mean he came in to do a positive piece?
I was at Saturday Night Live, right? So the guy fucking comes and he thinks I know about politics, but I don't know about anything. Right?
Just because you did the news.
Yeah, just because I did the news. So he's a famous guy. He wrote this book called.
The guy you had, Howard, David Weil.
David Eggers is David Weil was a good guy.
Yeah, I had David Weil.
David Eggers. He wrote a book called My Staggering Book of Genius or some fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. I read that book. It's a good book.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't read a book where I don't understand the title. This will be a good... like those movies?
Yeah.
Too fat to fish.
Yeah, I'm too fat to fish.
That's my title.
I know it is. I like it. It's a good book.
Norm, what are you saying? You had a hatchet job done on you? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying he came... That was very funny because he came liking me, right?
Right.
So he goes, hey, man, politics, right? And I go, I don't know anything, Jim Downey knows a lot of stuff. He does those, and I just read the headline and then try to figure out a joke.
All right.
And so he goes, oh, he's kind of like, huh? Because I guess he liked political stuff or some fucking thing. So I was doing stand-up. So I go do my stand-up, right? And I'm all sick that day. I didn't think I could do the stand-up because I had diarrhea and everything.
Oh. Why do you point to your throat when you say you have diarrhea? I'm just curious. But anyway, go ahead.
Diarrhea of the mouth.
It was all the way up there.
Artie says diarrhea of the mouth.
So Norm, so the guy liked you.
More like diarrhea of the mouth with this guy.
So the guy liked you. He thought you were political.
Yeah. So then I wasn't political. So then he goes and fucking does this gig with me where he thought he was gonna see Mort Saul or something like that. So, meanwhile, it's a guy with diarrhea backstage going, fuck, I hope I don't have diarrhea on stage. So, that doesn't help the story at all.
Right.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
So, I go on stage, and so, anyways, when I go on stage, I just talk at the start, you know, and so I just talk about having diarrhea and everything for a little while, and being weirded out that I was on stage with feeling like I had diarrhea. So I just did some fucking jokes or something, you know, talked for a while.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I never know what to do at the end, so I just talk to people, whoever the fuck they want to talk about.
Sure.
So guys were like, and yelling out shit and stuff. And so then in this article, then the article comes out, and all of a sudden, I'm a fucking guy that does a fucking hour act about diarrhea.
Oh, he turned it around on you.
He doesn't talk about
what it was,
politics.
I think, in his head. He goes, like this, the first line is, the first thing you have to know about Norm Macdonald, he's not a political comic, you know, unless you consider diarrhea or something like that.
So you were the victim of a hatchet job. Here was
No, it wasn't a hatchet job. It was just what he thought, I guess. This is a fucking hatchet job.
Yeah. So in Artie's article, let me give you the opposing point of view that I might share.
I think she wants to go like, oh, fuck, what if Artie dies and I wrote a nice thing about him, you know what I mean?
But wait a second. Artie's book is about his drug use. Artie's book is about all of his, you know, all of his faults.
Carousing.
And his carousing. And she says, you know, basically, here's a day in the life of Artie, and there is a lot of turmoil right now in the life of Artie, and she describes it. So maybe it's really...
Maybe you should be asking your buddy Artie, why would he expose all of that to a reporter?
But Norm makes a good point,
because
too.
That song, Cover of the Rolling Stone, you know, Rolling Stone.
But Norm
I
makes a
was
good
into
point.
that.
I mean, she even says in the article that Artie's trying super hard to impress her, and
but I wasn't.
But everybody is.
Artie, yeah, it's an article.
What? I don't know. It's an article.
I mean, I was on some level, but I wasn't trying super hard to do anything.
Being, nice.
Like one time, they did a Rolling Stone fucking thing about me, and I was like, "Hey, man!" Like he was like, "Hey, tell me about yourself." Like I don't want to compliment myself, but when I read these fucking articles, everybody's saying the guy's a fucking genius and all this shit. I go, why don't you go just ask people? They'll fucking tell you something. Because I read these articles, I go, do people really think about people this much? You know, they'll go like Howard Stern. Fucking a guy has fucking 8 things to say, you know. I go, I never thought.
All right. Well, the title of your article was "The End of Civilization." Norm Macdonald used to be urbane wit of SNL's Weekend Update. Boy, is that over.
Are you Googling? Or
yeah, wow.
No, I mean...
You use www?
Yeah, I used www, and I found out what was going on.
But he's right. Norm is right. When you read stuff about somebody else, I don't know, like David Cross or something, or some of these other guys.
Everybody else is a genius.
Yeah, they got 1 million people in their life that they find who call them great. And I'm
it's
like,
like
well,
a
maybe
guy's
they'll call somebody in the
It's like a guy's worked on a quote for a fucking month or something. You know, it's like Churchill. He goes, well, the thing about Dana Gould is the big fucking thing. I go, wow, that guy thought about that a long time.
So it's very important.
Come up with that big fucking thing. I don't think about anybody.
Do you have a publicist to make sure now that these kinds of things don't
Like if
happen?
somebody asked me about Artie or you, I go, you're fucking real funny. I wouldn't go like, well, I guess.
Did you call the guy after your article appeared? Did you say,
no, I
I'm
didn't
not pleased?
No, I didn't go.
I mean,
but it was nowhere near this. This is like
this is DEFCON 5. This is bad.
Hitler got better press.
I think a lot of these writers too don't like comedians.
What about when they make
from
a
the
joke?
beginning? You know?
I love when they
make
make a joke and it's the fucking most shit joke of all time.
What is it?
I don't know.
a
Every
lot
fucking
of them...
time they'll make a joke, like in the review they'll make a joke, you know? They'll go like, dirty work was
dirty.
Didn't work so dirty when whatever, some fucking
should be washed.
But these are guys who can never get a job writing on any show that Norm or I was ever on. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think they're bitter about that, but clearly,
I just felt bad for Artie.
Then when they call people up about me, it's never that, it's guys that I know have said to my face, hey, you're funny, but it's always like, yeah, we're just afraid Artie's going to die.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
I don't know, it's just one fucking...
Now, I understand you are going with Artie.
This is a slimy job because The girl has to go to Artie and pretend she likes him. It's going to be a good article.
Yeah, she's faking it, too.
Fucking shit job where you have to lie to somebody, tell them it's something going to be good, and then disappoint them.
On any level, do you think she wrote a nice article?
That's what you think? I didn't know
On
you
any
thought
level,
that.
do you think she was... Did she give you the impression, Artie, that she liked you and she was going to do a good job?
Yeah, she said, listen, I think she said to me, she said, after I did stand-up, I was driving her home, and she said, I think you're unbelievably talented. That was impressive to see. She said to me, it was unbelievably impressive to see you got a standing ovation going up, you got a standing ovation leaving, and there were people mobbed backstage trying to get you to sign their book, thanking you and hugging you. I said, look great. I said, that's going to look great in Rolling Stone.
Unfortunately, that didn't make the article.
It in.
And everything she said was true. That happened. I didn't tell her anything, but, it's like...
Norm, how are things otherwise besides Artie's article? Are you you
over
doing
that?
okay? I worry about you because I
Worry
believe
about me.
because you have problems too, like Artie. Artie has his addictions, but you are addicted to gambling, aren't you?
Nah, I'm
no,
not.
come on, get away from the microphone with your hand. I can't hear you. No, you gamble a lot. You go to these. Someone told me something amazing about you, that the movie Rounders, which is about underground gambling, was based on your life.
Oh, no.
Is that true? That they followed you around?
No one
I
told
didn't
you
say that.
I did. I got that information.
I know that guy who wrote it likes Norm.
Is that in my Wikipedia?
Brian Koppelman likes you, the
and
writer
that
of
he
that.
followed Norm around, and Norm would go play poker at a lot of
In
these
the middle of
underground
the
couples
night,
in the
yeah.
middle of the night.
That's true.
And it's actually a documentary on Norm's life.
No, it's not.
It is.
But I would go to the same club where it was where they did Rounders, and this was before Rounders. Yeah.
Why would you play poker?
When I was a kid, I played backgammon. I was good at backgammon.
But why would you play poker at an underground club when you could go to, let's say, Vegas or Atlantic City and play poker? Why would you go underground? What is the
Because I was
appeal?
only a little kid. I was just a kid.
Oh, you were a kid.
And
oh, I
one
thought
is
you...
well, no, but one is 2 blocks away in Manhattan.
Oh, I see.
Me and Norm went to the second time I was on your show ever with Norm, we were in one of those clubs all night long.
Right.
And we came right from the club.
Did you get your clock cleaned? Did you lose a lot of money?
I lost all my money immediately, so I had to start shooting pool. There was just all gambling going on. So I shot 8-ball until like 6:30 in the morning with a guy, and I lost $800 doing that.
Right.
And then Norm, I lost about $2,000 at the tables. Norm played poker, and then
Did Norm win?
We just
Hey,
made
one time a guy tried to hustle me at pool.
Are you good at pool?
Norm's good at pool.
No,
I mean, you're
not very good. But we're just playing like bar pool, like we're drunk. We're all drunks. This is when I was young, you know.
But you play for a lot of money.
No. This is when I had no money.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm playing this fucking. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, you're okay.
Well, I'm playing this fucking pool hall, and this big giant black guy. It doesn't matter what color he was.
Yeah. All right, but it helps the story. Giant black
like
guy.
Forrest Whitaker in The Color of Money.
In The Color of Money. Yeah. So he comes. No, but he's dressed like he has all this stuff, and he has 2 girls with him. You know, and I'm all drunk. I'm like an idiot. You know, with my friends playing pool. So he goes, I'm next, you know, so he puts his like fucking 4 quarters down.
Yeah.
And so then he goes, here, let's play. So the guy, he has his own stick, you know.
Oh, boy, you're in for trouble
Yeah.
then.
So we're playing, and he's missing by only like a millimeter every time, you know. But I win, I beat him handily, but like he's the worst hustler of ever, right? So we play for $1. So then he goes, now we're playing, he goes, now we're playing for $100. Like it goes up to 100 from 1, and I just beat him every fucking. So I go, no, I'm not. What? I go, I'm not playing.
I'm taking my $4
and going drunk, you know. I go, I'm ahead $1. I was kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
I go, I'm ahead $1, you know. I'm not playing you anymore. Ah! And so the guy goes, he's all mad. So then another guy played, and then stupidly I gave my friend advice, and then the big giant guy hit me with the cue across my head.
What?
And I looked up, and the cue stick was right in my head, and he goes, I break people's bones for a living, motherfucker.
What? Oh, whoa, you're kidding me.
Yeah, that was
He
my
sounds
story.
like Football Williams, that guy.
I was like that.
Oh. What, Norm,
So that was my story about my
Norm,
pool hustling days.
You should keep that one to yourself, the pool hustling story. But Norm, shouldn't tell that on radio. Yeah. But Norm, I don't understand something. You go to these underground clubs and you play these cards, and it's a lot of money. You're talking about a couple of grand, right? You're talking about maybe
I lost
20,
a
30
couple of grand.
You're talking
Got
20.
160 million. You're talking about. It's like when Johnny Carson tried to be like, "What's a loaf of bread cost nowadays? Is this crazy?"
No, I'm saying I got news for you.
It's like $2,000. It's like $2,000.
I wouldn't gamble $100.
Yeah, but he's not a gambler. I've seen Howard get mad over $10.
I don't like to gamble. I find it insulting. That, in other words, I find making money, is a very, especially where I grew up, is a very hard thing for a lot of people, and it's a tough thing. And to just piss it away in a gambling situation,
my old man felt the same
offends
way.
me.
My father would think that too.
Right, but you play for big bucks, right? I mean, 20, 30
doing
grand
all
a clip,
I'm
right?
trying my best.
Well, you don't remember what happened with this place when we were there all night.
Yeah, tell the truth.
And we were there. I don't know what Norm played that night. He was playing all night. I lost 2,000 myself,
Right.
But so we came here and Norm accidentally said the name of the place.
Oh fuck!
Do you remember that, Norm?
Yes, because the guy did not care for that.
A guy called up and said, "Yeah, listen, Norm." Like later in the afternoon, he said, "Listen, we appreciate you coming here, but we don't have a fucking publicity department.
We're not looking for customers.
Not looking for that.
Can I say the name of the place? It's not
The
there.
Mayfair.
No, don't say.
It's not there anymore.
The Mayfair. It's not there anymore.
Closed.
No, it's a famous place now.
Yeah.
The Mayfair.
Yeah. Well,
But Norm, I think Howard's right in the sense that guy Koppelman who wrote Rounders, he's a good guy. I know him too.
Yeah.
He likes you.
No, he
and
was there
sort
all
of
the
hung
time.
around.
Yeah, he played at where.
Well, why couldn't it be his own story if he
I
was
could.
there?
I might be involved. I knew a guy that was in the movie, Joey Bagels.
yeah. What I hear is that it was based on you.
Yeah.
Legitimately,
He would
yeah.
watch Norm while he played.
So, are you going to Vegas with Artie and going to be on Sam Simon's TV show with his gambling?
Oh, you're doing that, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
He told me. Me and him together are going to play poker on television.
Now, how is that going to work for Artie? You know he's going to get into trouble in Vegas. I thought you were interested.
All I know is like Sam's been to this Playboy. It's Playboy's Sam Simon's poker show or whatever it's called.
Right.
But
is it on real TV?
Well, I don't know. He's been there more often than you'd be for
Playboy
Grey's
channel.
Anatomy or something. You know,
Right.
it's like that kind of a production.
So Sam Simon, the guy who created The Simpsons, has a gambling show.
Yes, a poker show where he's the host.
And where does it air? Do you know?
And me and Artie are the guests.
So Sam's not gambling.
It's the Playboy channel, Howard.
It's
Playboy
the Playboy
channel.
Yeah,
channel.
that's
All
what
right.
Sam told me.
So it'll be you and Artie and Sam.
It follows Hef's place.
I see. So it'll be you, Artie, and Sam up against each other in a battle of poker wits.
But hey, don't expect. Don't be surprised if there's a streaker. It's the Playboy channel.
Right.
Sam is the host, but he's gambling as well.
Oh,
yeah, Sam's playing.
Okay.
And early on Hef show before,
It gets more and more interesting. Sam's playing poker as well with us.
Oh, wow. And,
what a bitch.
And who are the other people that will be playing with you?
Dick Gregory and Lenny Bruce.
No, really. Who will be the other people playing at the table?
I don't know.
Jennifer Tilly.
Of course.
Is that true? His ex-wife.
His ex-wife.
Right. And maybe some other folks.
And Phil Locke is Jennifer Tilly's present
boyfriend.
Is that the Unabomber guy?
Yeah, the professional.
The professional poker player they call the Unabomber because he
with the
wears a
hood.
hood.
Oh, he's a professional poker player?
You're
He's
gonna go
great.
up against a professional.
We're going to go up against a professional poker player.
And what do they do? They give you a certain amount of chips. Everyone gets the same amount, and then you have one big winner at the end.
Yes.
Is that
And
correct?
what's the prize?
It's charity.
The prize is it all goes to good cause.
Oh.
But do you gamble the same way when you're gambling for a good cause as when you're gambling for yourself? Shouldn't the prize be really money for you? That's a whole different thing.
Norm does. Norm's competitive, man.
Right.
But Norm, he does.
Are you going to take it? Do you want to win? Do you want to beat Sam Simon and Artie at the poker table for charity? Are you going to be motivated to win this
Yeah,
thing?
well, you want to win for charity because it's good stuff for the world and stuff like that.
Right.
But you know what I don't like when I come and my charity is not as good as the other people's charities.
Right.
And then I go, maybe they should win because there's like AIDS in Africa and stuff.
All right.
And mine's the like some improvements at the Bel Air Country Club.
What is your charity anyway?
That's it. It's the
Is
Bel
Bel
Air.
Air Country Club.
Yeah,
charity?
their tennis club.
Wow.
Needs a net.
It needs a net.
And you'll get preferential treatment if
You want to
go
talk
there.
about competitive shit? Me and Norm used to play
playing
tennis.
tennis, Jesus.
Me and Norm played tennis at the
Can't imagine.
at the Burbank Country Club because we shot our show on the Warner Brothers lot.
Right.
And we got thrown out of the place because we were I mean, we really got mad at each other for winning and losing. And
you take it serious.
Because we yell and stuff and dive for the balls, and people would be like in white stuff.
David,
I think we should have been wearing white stuff. In all fairness,
you do a lot of work for charity like this. You like to participate.
Not sweatpants.
You do a lot of work for charity, Norman, in the sense that you'll go on TV shows for charity. You did, didn't you do a Celebrity Millionaire or something like that?
Yeah.
And how did you do on that? Did you win money?
Yeah.
You did.
I did. The celebrity, the charities did.
You're not the celebrity?
The charities did.
But you were the celebrity on Millionaire.
Yeah. Do you remember leukemia?
Yeah.
My money that pushed it over doesn't exist anymore.
You got rid of it.
I got rid of it.
No, you went on Millionaire with Regis, right?
Yeah.
And Regis asked you questions.
Yeah.
And then you answered up to, do I have this right? $500,000 worth of questions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he won $500,000.
Brainiac.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty smart. 500,000 to get up to. That's pretty good.
Norm's a smart motherfucker.
But I'm not anywhere close to Brainiac.
Well, Brainiac, of course, was invented on Krypton. He's a supercomputer. But
Yeah.
I don't say literally.
I was saying, you're comparing me. That's high praise. Because Brainiac, you could tell even from his head how smart he was.
And he had tubes coming out of his head.
I know, man.
Norm picked Paul Newman's charity because Norm wanted to meet Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So you gave to his salad dressing
Yes.
empire kind
and
of thing?
also, it is a great
The hole in
cause.
the wall.
The hole in the
kids
wall
or
game.
How long ago was this? A couple of years ago?
Yeah.
So Paul Newman was
26 years ago.
So did Paul Newman call you personally and say to you, "Hey"?
No, he wrote a letter.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look at you, $500,000 contribution.
Yeah, and I could have gone to meet him, but then I was too afraid.
What do you mean you were afraid?
Well, you know, and like it seems like a good idea, but then when it comes down to it, it's just you and Paul Newman.
Yeah, you know what
in
to
a
say.
room. Yeah, and then you got no stories. Like what am I gonna say? Hey man, one time Will Ferrell was.
Rob Schneider and Football Williams. I'm sure
Rob
you love
Schneider.
him.
Do you know him at all? Do you know anyone that I'm talking about? Do you know any entertainers I know?
That was a great story about you and Redford.
Yeah.
Listen, me and Artie Lang.
In other words.
So that was Robert Shaw, huh? Hey, fucking Bud Friedman's backstage with me. This guy's a character.
What
huh?
you're saying is Paul Newman wrote you a letter and said, "Why don't you come out to my Paul Newman ranch?
Yeah.
And hang out with me."
Yeah.
So
but
I can
plus,
get to know
I
you.
kind of got the assumption that it would not be just me and Paul Newman. I suddenly had a fucking vision that it might be me, Paul Newman, and very sick children.
Oh, God.
So then it didn't become as appealing.
Well, you know what? Gary actually went to Paul Newman's house. Papa Booey went to Paul
He did?
Newman's. Yes. He was there for some charity event.
Oh, not to
I think
harass him.
it was a political thing.
A political thing. And Gary was in the barn. Paul Newman has a barn on his property.
Yeah.
And if he wants to meet with you, he meets with you in the barn where he has all his memorabilia from his. Well, now he's dead, but he had all his memorabilia in the barn.
Gary, go to the barn.
You walk around and it's almost like a Paul Newman museum. You see pictures, you see trophies, you see Academy Award, whatever, and then Paul Newman appears at the barn and he speaks with you. And then he leaves, and that would have been it. I'm sure he wouldn't.
Oh, that would have been it. Oh, that's his shtick he does. It's his meet and greet. It's like Artie backstage at an Indian casino.
I take a picture of the tribe.
Do you find this with Indian casinos that some of them are real old Indians, like from the movies?
Absolutely.
And then some guys are just young guys that are like,
They don't even look like
want to go
Indians,
get a lady?
right.
And the other guys are like, this is my wife of 14.
No, the kids are the Indians. Because when you do an Indian casino, you have to meet the tribe
leaders.
Yeah. And the kids, their grandkids and shit, they all look like, the Jonas Brothers or something.
Right.
They're dressed in like shit from the Gap. And
You start to feel like it's all one big stamp. No one really looks like an Indian.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to prove.
But Norm wanted to. The funny thing about that was Norm could have won $1 million. And he was like, fuck the charity. Regis kept saying, Norm, you sure you want to do this? Because, if you lose, it's nothing. And Norm's crazy gambling attitude was like, no, I want to win the $1 million.
Why did you stop at $500,000?
He talked me out of it.
Regis talks him out of it.
Yeah, well, $500,000.
You would have gone for it.
Yeah.
And he knew the
If it
question.
had been me, I would have done it.
Didn't you know the question?
Yeah, I knew the answer.
You
Whatever.
did? What was the $1
Whatever.
million question? Do you know?
So, I know.
What
His
was the
lifeline
question?
was Sam Simon, and Sam said, and he hadn't used Sam yet. Like Norm got to 500
He
grand
didn't
without.
even use all of his
I
lifeline.
know. I wasted
What was
my
the $1
lifeline.
million question that they would have asked you had you played on?
It's not entertaining.
I
at
want to
all.
know. Yeah, it is. For me, it is. What
Okay.
was
See if
the-
anybody knows what it
Okay, Ask us the question.
It's what a golf course, a bomb shelter is built under for the government.
Bunker.
What?
Yeah, bunker. Yeah.
What?
What, is that your answer?
Is that the way Regis
read
read the
clarifying?
question?
No. Again, say the question again.
Underneath a certain golf course, there's a bunker that, in case of a nuclear war, all the congressmen and senators.
I'd say probably at Camp David's private golf course, but let's see what
No,
golf
why
course.
would you have it there? They had
What
it
the name is what golf course?
Yeah, but this would only be an interesting question.
Fred, do you know that?
This would only be an interesting question on the golf network.
No, but it's because it's an interesting question. It's for $1 million.
How did you know the answer to this? How would you know where a bunker is built under a golf course? How did you know the answer?
And you know the name.
I read stuff.
Right. Do you read a lot? Is that what you like to do? You like to read books and things? All right.
Do you like to read books?
They give you 4 to choose from, right? 4 different golf courses.
Yeah.
And you have to pick the one. But you knew the answer right off. You didn't even need...
I was pretty sure of it. Yeah.
What were the 4? Do you remember the 4?
But then, I remember the 4.
Go ahead, give us the 4.
You want me to remember all 4? Pinehurst, Greenbrier. Let's see, the ones I'm searching for, aren't going to be the answer.
Yeah, wasn't it Greenbrier?
Yeah. It was Greenbrier.
Yeah.
And you knew that?
Fred knew it.
Wow.
See, it wasn't that hard a question. It was just either you know it or you don't.
Oh, you should have gone for the $1 million. What a schmuck you were.
Well, he wanted to. He kept saying, no, I want to go.
No, this was the problem. When I was talking to Regis, I didn't know. I thought he knew the answers to the questions, So during the thing, I would know answers, and then I'd see something in his eye. He'd be like, "You sure you want to do this? We got the lifeline." So I go, "Okay, well, let me use the lifelines." Like, I thought he was saying, don't do that. Yeah. But then it turned out later he never knew it.
He doesn't know anything.
He didn't know that. They don't tell him the answer until it comes up.
Wow. Well, anyway, listen, Norm.
I wish it was more entertaining. It didn't
No,
seem
you were very entertaining. As
You
a
were
matter
very
of fact,
funny today.
It seemed less entertaining than usual to me.
Really?
No, I thought this was one of your better appearances.
Norm always thinks that. Norm always thinks he sucks, and it's like the funniest thing ever.
If you thought you sucked, why don't you get up now and juggle a little bit? If you do some juggling, it'll be a home run.
I think you don't add juggling to this one.
No? Save the juggling.
You think that's overkill, Robin?
The next time will be... No, you were terrific. You really were. I never...
Hey, but you want to see...
I never saw anyone come in here and light up the room the way you did.
Well, he skewered this broad who wrote the article. I thank you.
That was great.
It's always good to have
Fuck
friends in
her.
show business who do that
Because
for you.
that's
You were
fucked
insulted
up.
for Artie with his Rolling Stone article.
Fuck her.
Right. Well, Norm Macdonald, of course, has a long history with Artie.
And
In
plus,
fact,
she probably wants to be famous too.
And the other thing is,
I met Artie.
That's why I was saying I shouldn't even bring it up because
No, I met Artie through Norm Macdonald.
That's
and
right.
You are you're a great guy. And let me just say that you have a very big show coming
And I'm
up.
not plugging anything. I'm not here to plug anything. What
Well, you're not, but it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, maybe I do have a big show.
You do have a big show coming up. Are you a tough guy to hang around with? I would imagine you are.
What the fuck
I
would
don't
you
think
say
you
that
have a lot
for?
of friends, do you?
I consider Artie my friend.
No, come on. When's the
No.
last
How
time you
often do
spoke
you
to
talk
Artie?
to him?
I don't have a lot of friends.
I wish if I lived in L.A., I would see Norm all the time.
I
You don't
said
have-
talk to
I
him.
don't
You
click with many guys. But,
No, because I would imagine I'd be nervous to hang out with you.
Why would you be?
Because I think you're obviously a kind of closed off guy. You're very sarcastic.
Is there a
Yes.
real Norm? Is that what you're saying?
This
Is
is
there a
it. What a-
real
I always think Norm
What a
is.
great ending. This
McDonald?
is
I always
Like
think
guys like Johnny Carson. Great to have you with us. You know what I've noticed about you? You're unlikable.
No, I didn't say that.
You're Richard Nixon.
Yeah, I'm Richard Nixon.
No, I didn't say that.
Can I say a thing I heard on Nixon this morning?
Sure.
On YouTube? He was talking, it's called YouTube, you can look it up. It's called YouTube Archie Bunker, right? And so it's him coming in, he's talking to fucking Ehrlichman, right?
Right.
And he goes, or Bob Haldeman, right? And he goes, Bob, I was watching a football game the other day. They come on to the movie afterwards. God damn this movie. Glorifying homosexuality. They had a guy there, 2 magnificent, virile, handsome guys come in. And there's a hard hat there named Arch. And Haldeman goes, yes, that's a show every week, sir, whatever. And Arch comes in, and this fairy comes in. He comes in very gay, and he has the ascot on, but they do it cleverly. Not offensive, you see. He's a very articulate man. He knows the arts. And so they do it very cleverly, glorifying the homosexuality. And Arch comes in, the son-in-law comes in. I guess he goes both ways, this fag. So Arch goes down to his friend at the bar. And this guy works for and then there's a guy there from the Detroit Lions, best friend of Arch. This guy, I'm on the Detroit Lions. Well, the bartender says, Arch, that fella's not, he's one of those. Art says, no. Well, he goes up to him, the fella, and Art says to the fella, is that true? Well, yes, Art. He says, it is true. He says, have you ever seen me with a girlfriend? No, I haven't. Well, goddamn, I turned the fucking thing off.
I remember that.
Where did I see
that was really talking
You gotta
home.
fucking look it up on
that's an
YouTube.
actual
It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I'm looking at it right now. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. And it was
Is it the
Nixon.
funniest thing, Gary?
Yeah, Nixon.
How fucking funny is it?
Nixon was so out of it, he didn't even know about Archie Bunker.
No, he thought it was a movie.
Yeah. He thought it was a movie and real life. And
because there's a hippie son-in-law and some screwball daughter.
That's the best.
And he was really upset.
The number one.
How could he not know that show, man?
I think because he's so, but he's smart and thinking about. I think he's thinking of other things. Like we're the retards.
I guess.
But Norm, I didn't mean to insult you, but I realized that you would be hard to read in a social situation. You can never tell if you're having fun.
Oh,
and,
really?
You know, I'm one of those people that stresses out whether my guest is having fun. So if we were hanging out, I'd say, I don't think Norm is really having a good time. I think he wants to be off gambling for high stakes.
Oh, no.
Well, that's usually true, but
Would he like to make his living gambling?
Maybe we could try it one time. I was going to be Martin Short's friend for a while. We were in negotiations.
Yeah, how'd that break down?
I don't know. I met him. He was fucking funny, and he made me laugh, and he was laughing at me and shit. So I said, hey, we should be friends and stuff. And he said, yeah, well, let's be friends. You go to a cottage. And I was like, fuck, I'd have to go to a cottage, you know? And then so it never caught on because the cottage was in my head and shit.
What do you
but
mean
still,
the
I would have
cottage?
liked, you know, that guy would be cool to fucking hang out with.
What do you mean
That
would be a good friend
But then
for you?
going to a cottage, you understand?
I don't want to go to a cottage.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem
All of
with
a
you.
sudden, you're going on a cottage on a plane.
But that's the problem.
Maybe I
Norm,
shouldn't have done this.
Norm,
What?
that's the problem
What's
with
that?
you. So if someone suggests something right away, it's not
Too guarded. I know what you're
it's
saying.
not too. It's not cool enough for you. Where would
They're
you
not
go
cool
with Martin
enough.
Short?
I think
Martin Short says, "Let's go to a cottage
No, I'm
and
not
hang
saying
out."
that. I'm
Yeah.
saying like I think you're right when I said I'm too guarded. Like I'm not
you don't wanna
willing
be-
to do things.
You don't want to be trapped in a cottage with Martin Short. The
I would
idea,
I love
the
that
idea
part.
of being friends with Martin Short is fun. The idea of being in a cottage with Martin Short and then having the pressure to talk and to interact with one another.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out for you,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't work out for me either.
But you go on that vacation.
But maybe in
with,
another lifetime.
Yeah.
You go on that vacation with Sam to Hawaii. That's cool, right?
Well, he's with his kid. When Norm's with his
It's
kid,
not so cool. He just
tolerates-
made a face.
Hey, how's your kid? How's Dylan doing, man? How's
Dylan's
your
doing
kid?
great. Dylan's fantastic.
All right.
Why don't you call him?
He hates anything with children.
No, I
Unless-
don't.
No, he does. You don't. He does.
I love
he
my
made
kids.
the face.
No, you made the face.
I didn't make no face.
I said, how did you like that vacation with Sam? And
That vacation was great, man. Hey, you Robin.
Yes?
You asked me a question.
All right, look.
Then she goes back to her Sudoku. Isn't that what ladies do? That's as much I know about ladies. Howard, what if we ended up being friends? Like
It can't
like
happen.
Rickles and Newhart.
That'd be fun.
Go to the Great Wall of China together?
Let's go to Europe with the wives. All right. The great Norm Macdonald.
I always
thank
feel like
you.
there's so much more
What
to
if we
say.
went to Europe with their wives?
That's something else. We love having you here, and yes,
Oh, this was great.
you don't need to juggle.
Norm, good to see you. Thank you for
thank
coming
you very
in.
much.
Mwah. Good
I
to
thought you were a
see you.
fan of me last time.
No, what was it?
like,
What?
I don't know.
Oh, because of that whole Artie thing?
I don't know.
I love you. I'm not mad at you at all.
Norm, how'd it go, man?
It was good. It was fun. Hey,
How are you?
Steve, how are you, buddy?
Great to see you.
Good to see you, Steve.
Now, after reading that article
Hey,
about
listen.
Artie, are you a little concerned about him? You worried?
No, I'm not worried about it.
Not at all? Do you think going out to Vegas with him after reading that is a good idea?
I go to Vegas with Artie if you want to see him. Sure.
You think he's in a good place right now?
A good place? I'm not what that sounds like.
Like mentally.
I'm not a psychiatrist. What the fuck would I know?
Well, you're good friends with him, right?
Yeah, but I don't know that. I can't. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know about that shit.
All right, so you had fun in
I just
there?
know if a guy's smiling, I figure he's happy, and if he frowns, I figure he's sad.
Yes.
So
It was all
Artie seems
smiles
to,
today.
Artie seems to smile, so I'll take his smile at its word.
All right, so you had fun in there, man?
Yeah, I always have fun. It's fun in there. It's always fun with Howard. Always fun
You
with
didn't
Howard.
think it was a good appearance?
Well, sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm getting dull or some shit, but it was all right.
Yeah, why do you feel we need to juggle as you said.
Juggle. I don't feel like I have to be a clown. I just want to. What? I'm fucking supposed to be funny. So if I'm not funny, I'm fucking failing at my whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be doing.
You were funny though.
No, so
Artie,
no problem.
I wanted to bring up the details thing. Talk about a hatchet job. On me, though.
I forgot about that. The details.
The details,
yeah,
right.
I forgot about that.
They did an article about the Norm show. The guy who wrote the article played poker with me and Norm all fucking night. And then the whole article was about how me and Norm are crazy gamblers and not anything about, like, by the way, he has a show on it. It was like three pages of just how we're...
Danny Wilson was the hero of the piece.
That was when Danny Wilson...
He got more press than us.
Danny Wilson...
Warner Brothers paying publicists. Danny Wilson's getting fucking...
Norm, you took... Steve, I'm bad with assistants. Norm had an assistant for 20 hours, I think, in L.A. Yeah.
Did not work